October 6th on HDNet.
The UFL on HDNet continues next week as the Omaha Nighthawks make their debut. A fallen star returns to the spotlight.
We're here to embrace our teammates, whoever is brought in. It's important that they understand their role, come in and be committed to this game, because we all want to achieve great things, we all want to live a dream, and we all want to make the most of this opportunity.
The football world is buzzing about Maurice Claret's return.
I mean, I know what he can do. I seen when he was a kid, in college, doing what he did for O State. So I'm excited, and to have him and to know, if I'm not on the field, you got a guy like his caliber on the field.
Next Friday, the Omaha Nighthawks host the Hartford Colonials. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, only on HDNet.
And we certainly are looking forward to going there next week. They're expecting a tremendous crowd for the debut of the Nighthawks. We will start at 7:30 with the pregame, and of course Claret getting a lot of attention. Now for Omaha Nighthawks, they expect to have a sellout next Friday. Ticket info, you can call 402-403-3776, UFLfootball.com for more information on that. That's coming up next week. Coming up in just a few moments as we come back here live to Las Vegas. The Locos defend their title once again, it seems, against Florida. Even though there's still a long way to go in this season, there's a strong feeling about these two teams going in.
Yeah, it really is, and I just can't wait to see how these two teams handle the heat.
The heat today, it was only 102 this afternoon. It has cooled down here in southern Nevada at this time. It's only 92 degrees, but only 6% humidity.
Isn't that nice?
And a mild wind at 7 miles an hour. But I'm telling you, sometimes over the course of this evening, it can turn into a wind tunnel. I do believe here at Sam Boyd Stadium at times they test cars, don't you? That wind will come sweeping through here in this Horseshoe Stadium. We'll see if that has any effect later on the Kickers.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it is a lot of heat. It got hotter up here with these lights.
Yes, it did. We expect to get hotter on the field as they kick it off in a few moments. It's the second game of the season. The UFL's second season began earlier today in Hartford, Connecticut. The new Colonials taking on this guy, Dante Culpepper, new to the Sacramento Mountain Lions.
And then Josh McCowan, who is leading Hartford Colonials in their very first game.
And then it's McCowan going to work here to Jason Cherry. Nice pass, nice catch, 59 yards, touchdown. Hartford up 17-0.
And then McCowan throws a screen pass to Lorenzo Booker. It's his 80-yard throw. But watch the blocking by the lineman to get out. When the screen, linemen don't look back, they look downfield. Look at this. Bang, bang, touchdown. Thank you.
The Colonials go on to win it 27-10. Last year, New York Sentinels, no more. Hartford is a winner in its debut, getting ready to play Omaha next week. And you take a look at some of the stats. A lot of buildup, of course, because of Culpepper McCown. Remember, Sacramento last year used to be the California Redwoods. No more on that. You see the numbers, pretty good numbers for Culpepper. Good numbers as well for McCown. But what stands out is McCown's team won it 27-10.
And just take a look at it. Sacramento's got to work on their running game. But you take those are pretty good numbers for the very first game of the year, man.
Well, the Locos are getting ready to come out on the field. At least I hope that's them, or people are already shooting at us. We're just starting the season. We don't know. It's coming up live when we come back to Las Vegas. The Locos are the champs. They get ready to defend their title.
English prisoners, time is short. All men will work. This is only just.
Two men on opposite sides.
Since you refuse to abide by the laws of the civilized world, we must consider ourselves absolved from our duty to obey you.
Become allies with a common objective.
Can you finish the bridge in time?
Frankly, the consensus of opinion is that it's impossible.
Winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, David Lean.
It's against the rules.
Do not speak to me of rules. This is war.
Voted one of the greatest films of all time.
Don't you see, it's a matter of principle. If we give in now, there'll be no end to it.
Variety called it an artistic triumph.
What we're doing could be construed as collaboration with the enemy.
You're defeated, but you have no shame. You're stubborn, but have no pride. I hate the British.
The Bridge on the River Kwai. Monday at 9 on HDNet.
did not think I could see you again so soon.
Tonight's been so out of control, huh?
I'm in charge of everything!
I'm afraid things are a little more complicated than that. He can get you anything you need.
All one is his respect.
What do you say we put an end to all this bickering, huh?
Don't forget to breathe. Very important.
Trust me on this.
Line me up.
Come with me. We can have everything we've ever wanted.
Just punch it, man. Just punch it. Go!
I know something that most don't.
What do you know?
Just pack the gear and get out of here.
Being so comfortable, I hate to leave.
After an overtime thriller in last year's UFL Championship, the Florida Tuskers and Las Vegas Locos do battle again.
They're not going to give us the rings off their finger if we beat them, so we lose any shot at redemption, really. We're trying to start the 2010 season in a big way.
Our ultimate goal is to win another championship. Now it's just a matter of getting out there and playing and winning some games.
Football fans have found an oasis in the desert just off the famous Las Vegas Strip. There's a championship team residing at Sam Boyd Stadium. And tonight, the Las Vegas Locos begin defense of their UFL title. It's a rematch of the championship game against their old nemesis, the Florida Tuskers. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second season of the United Football League here on HDNet. We're glad that you're with us. I'm Kenny Rice, delighted to be working with the legend Paul McGuire as he begins his 40th year in the broadcast booth, my friend.
Well, I can tell you right now, the first 39 are the best 39 years of my life. I just had a ball, and I'm going to continue to have a ball.
And we did last year because there were a lot of questions. What's going on with this UFL? How's it going to work out? And then it was capped off by a great championship game that went to overtime before Vegas was able to pull it out.
And tonight we're probably going to see two of the better teams in the UFL. Again, they went to the championship game. But in both of these teams, Kenny, have improved not only on offense, but also on defense and in the kicking game.
And, of course, the marquee players, the quarterbacks, as always. There's a new quarterback for Las Vegas, a familiar one to football fans, of course, but J.P. Lossman, who led them to the title game, no longer there. It's Tim Rattay's team now.
Well, it is Tim Rattay's team. Now, last year he only threw the ball 23 times, completed 10. Didn't have any interceptions. So and he hasn't started since, 2006 against Tampa Bay, or with Tampa Bay. This young man can throw the football. Jim Fossil, who knows quarterbacks, we know he knows quarterbacks, said that this guy is going to be fine. He has all the confidence in the world in Tim Rattay, and he said this guy will take us to the championship.
Jay Gruden knows something about quarterbacks as well, and he told us yesterday Brooks Bollinger will be better than last year. Hard to believe because he did just about everything for them in an MVP year.
Well, he's going to be better than he was last year because they now have a running game. But Brooks Bollinger, I'm going to tell you, when you watch this guy, no one can understand why he was not invited to any NFL camp. I know the guy is 31 years old. That's at the peak of most of these guys. But I'll tell you, this guy, against this team, Las Vegas, last year alone, he threw for over 300 yards in all 3 games.
Wow, he had a career in 3 games against Vegas. And as Paul alluded to, he now has what they think will be a better running game. Florida did everything well except run the ball last year. Well, it's a whole new backfield. You will have to get your program out to keep up. Everybody's new.
Oh, yeah. Dominic Rhodes is new. He's from the Indianapolis Colts. He's been to Super Bowl. They have 3 new guys at running back. Evian Cason is there, and also is a young man by the name of Hicks, who won't play tonight. He has a hamstring tweak. But these three guys combined have 22 years of service in a National Football League. And for the first time in the second year, that Brooks Bollinger has a running game, and a very good one.
It'll be interesting to see as well how Rattay does leading this team with A back now who was one of the best in the league last year, but wasn't the star of this team. Dede Dorsey not with Vegas at the moment. Instead, it's Marcel Shipp, the 4th leading rusher in the league, now the #1 guy in the backfield for the Locos.
And really the only veteran coming back, and the load is really on Marcel Shipp, and can he handle that load? Now, Tim Rattay's got some outstanding wide receivers. He's got the best tight end in the game. But the other question is, can Marcel Shipp carry the load? But when we talked to Coach Fossil about him, said, you know, Coach, you've got one running back. He said, wrong. I got another young man, a young man by the name of Akeem Hill. You'll see him tonight.
As we near kickoff, let's check in now with Ron Kruk back as well on the sideline. Ron?
Thanks, Kenny. With head coach Jim Fossil. Coach, you have tutored and mentored some of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. Current project is Tim Rattay. This guy hasn't seen a lot of playing time the past couple of years. What advice did you give him coming into tonight's game?
I just told him to play himself into the game. He doesn't have to come out and try to make a bunch of spectacular plays early. Get himself loosened up, you know, and just get a feel of the game and just get us into it.
Vegas and Florida. These two teams have played each other more than any other two teams in the league, of course, including last year's championship game. Is there a rivalry developing between these two teams?
Oh, I definitely think so. I mean, anytime you beat somebody in a championship game, you're going to have a rivalry started off, especially after the first year. You know, I think there's any love lost between these teams, and I think you're going to see a battle tonight because Florida, I'm sure, is coming back to the stadium where they lost the championship, and we're back playing them where we won it. So it's going to be a good game.
Coach, appreciate the time. Of course, we're going to hear from the coach and all the Loco players throughout the game. And standing by on the Florida sideline, here's Paul Crane. Paul?
Thank you very much, Ron. Here with head coach Jay Gruden. And coach, about half of your team was here last year. Almost half, a little over half your team was not. But as you start a new season, all your players are aware of the circumstances surrounding tonight's game. What was your last message to them before coming out tonight?
No, just nobody can do it by themselves. It takes all 50 guys out here to perform, and we're going to count on each other. And it's up to the players now. We've given them some ammunition to go out to this game and fight, and hopefully they'll go out and play to their best ability. And whatever happens, happens.
New season, first game as head coach. How excited are you?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for these guys. These guys worked really hard in training camp, and I know they're excited to finally play somebody else instead of looking at me all day. So it's going to be a fun game. The Las Vegas is a great team. Coach Fassel's a great coach, and I'm excited.
Good luck tonight. Thank you very much.
We'll
be on the sideline all night long. Kenny?
Thanks, Paul. Brooks Bollinger getting that arm loaded up, warmed up, and ready to go. The reigning MVP. There's the reigning champs. Vegas on defense. Florida has won the coin toss, and no surprise, they've elected to come on the attack first.
And we're going to find out how good all those linebackers for Las Vegas are. And, you know, they've changed one guy. Teddy Lehman will be the Sam linebacker, the strong side linebacker, which he played in the middle last year. Ed Hartwell will play in the middle, and they have Brandon Moore. So they really have a great core of linebackers.
Parker Douglas, last year with California in the UFL, will be kicking things off. He just joined this team just a little over a week ago. The regular kicker injured in practice, and so he is out, and coming in now is a veteran Douglas. And standing back is the quick Calvin Russell, he of the 4.3 speed. And remember, the best return man in the league, now with another team. So we'll see how Florida compensates with that, and it's underway. And taking it is Russell to the 15, to the 20. Looks for something, gets across the 25. Ball on the ground, but it was recovered by Florida. Stays with them, and that's where they will take over. And here's the numbers on Brooks Bollinger, the MVP, as Paul mentioned on the pregame show. Over 300 yards in all 3 games against Vegas last year.
I tell you what, this is really a cool guy, especially when people knew last year that they could not run the ball that well, and still for throwing 300 yards, over 300 yards 3 times against this team. That shows you he's a pretty good quarterback.
Avian Kaysen, the lone running back. Over on the right side, tries to turn the corner, and he is ripped down. We talk about the linebacking core. There's Brandon Moore, a guy we didn't talk about much in the pregame, but he played on that Oklahoma championship team, and he makes his presence known.
You know, we said they probably have the best linebacking core in the league.
Seth Wan moves over to left tackle. Veterans all the way across. Olivia, a big pickup for them at the right tackle. And Bollinger, of course, the quarterback. Kaysen is getting the start behind him, but expect to see Rhodes as well. We saw Russell return the kickoff. Hankton is a veteran, one of the quick receivers they have. On 2nd and 8, there's movement and a flag. And now we set the defense for the Locos.
5-yard penalty, second down.
Movement from the center, Locos on that, and now here's the defense. Hawasam, Kalaji, veterans there. Henderson tied for the lead last year in sacks with 3. And the linebackers. Back is Lehman, Hartwell, and Moore. We've seen him in on a tackle as well. Dada and Turnbull with 2 interceptions each last year in an experienced secondary. Bollinger throwing, first down on 2nd and long, going right over the middle, and he finds his man rather easily in Jason Foster. Foster returning. The talented one out of Georgia Southern was a key man last year for them.
Watch how quick Bollinger gets this ball out. Look at this ball. It's already out. The defense, they're not even close to him. And on Foster, look at this. There's going to be 4 guys in the area. Now, not all covering, but there were 4 guys in the area. That ball was perfectly thrown.
Turnbull in to make that tackle. 15 yards on the pickup. First down for Florida. Bollinger looks. Quick out, complete. And then coming in to make a great hit on that was C.J. Wallace, getting Stone out of bounds. Galen Stone, the backup tight end, making his first catch as a Tusker, fighting off 1 tackle, and then having some trouble almost coming up with that ball there was Wallace.
Well, Wallace, the problem is, I think if Wallace would have been able to hold on to the ball, they might have given it to him. Might have. I mean, because it looked like he was in bounds when he had control, but you have to have complete control.
2nd and 5 at the 43 of the Tuskers' opening drive. Bollinger will keep it on the ground and get a first down close to midfield. And there's a look at Avian Cason, who is an 8-year NFL veteran with the Lions, Rams, and Cowboys. We talked about Cason coming in along with Rhodes and Hicks in that really developed backfield that they have, totally revamped.
And I'll tell you what, I'd like to be Bollinger to look back and say, oh man, look at the guys I got. I got Rhodes, I got Cason, I got Hicks. I can run the ball.
They wouldn't do much of that last year, would they, on this? They get back in time. Some action on the front there for Las Vegas. Bollinger resets. 1st and 10 at midfield. Little trouble. Dumps it off to Cason coming out of the backfield. Slips 1 tackle and not another. He is ripped down hard by C.J. Wallace, the strong safety.
Okay, you know, this is why Coach Gruden was so excited about this guy. Now watch Bollinger here. He's looking downfield. He's trying to throw the ball. He sees pressure, dumps it off the Cason. Now watch this. I mean, that's just talent. That's talent.
Cason picking up 8. 2nd and 2. Down to the 42 in Locos territory on this opening drive. And again, they'll keep it on the ground in case finds room and gets down to the 30, around the 29 before C.J. Wallace hammers him once again. Wallace having more trouble keeping his helmet on than making tackles right now.
Better get a double chin strap. But I'll just take a look at the blocking on the left-hand side of the screen, right-hand side of the screen. Look at this. I mean, that hole is so wide. Cason, you know, sometimes I think back's actually a little scared. They look at where are the red shirts. There are no red shirts until he gets way deep into the secondary.
Cason picking up 13 on that. He has been the workhorse here. 1st and 10 at the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. Why not? Going a little tougher that time around for Dominic Rhodes on his first carry. Ezra Butler, one of the talented and deep linebackers, making the tackle.
And this is the luxury we were talking about that Bollinger has. You go with Cason for, what, 7 plays, and then you just give him a short rest. You bring in Dominic Rhodes, who pretty good back in his own right for a long, long time. Empty backfield.
2nd and 9 at the 28. Bollinger, good protection, firing out and incomplete, intended for Maurice Price. Price, one of the newcomers to this receiving corps. We expect to see him quite a bit tonight. He's from Charleston Southern and is a hometown guy. Grew up in Orlando.
You know, that time there, Florida emptied the backfield. And outstanding coverage by this secondary and the linebackers. Now remember one thing about the UFL. There are 4 guys on the defensive line of scrimmage. All have to have their hands on the ground. And they can't drop off in pass coverage. They have to go upfield and force the passer.
3rd and 9. Over the middle, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jason Foster.
That ball was thrown a little bit behind Foster, but he had Foster. Bollinger had Foster open, coming across the middle. Excellent blocking at the line of scrimmage. Bollinger's put a little heat on that baby. Foster, when he turned, here it comes.
Not much room for error there.
No.
As Bollinger goes to the sideline, gets him in field goal position, though, and Nick Novak will come out to attempt a 47-yard field goal. Former San Diego Charger kicker. We saw him in the warm-ups. This is well within his range. Distance was there, but the accuracy wasn't. It's off to the left, and so Florida drives, but they do not get any points on the board in their first series.
And we hit the field.
And here come the champion Locos when we come back.
Y'all ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Fans, now please direct your attention to the scoreboard.
Greetings, America. If you wear UFL gear, you'll never look this good. Most of us will never look this good. But if you wear UFL gear, you're gonna look good.
UFL jerseys, caps, tees, and more are available now. Go to buyufl.com. The United Football League. If you like great football, you'll love the UFL.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an HDNet Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere.
Hello, Nashville, and good evening. Make some noise.
Foreigner.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. Ooh, yeah. You know you want it. Hot body, checking the scene. Got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, do you do all the dance? I'm hot-blooded, I'm hot-blooded. Jukebox hero, stars in his eyes. Jukebox hero.
It's an HDNet Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere. Foreigner, Can't Slow Down. Rockin' at the Ryman. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern.
The United Football League on HDNet is presented by Men's Warehouse, the official men's retail clothing store of the United Football League. Men's Warehouse. By AOL Fan House. For more information on the United Football League, go to fanhouse.com. By Progressive Insurance. Make it easy to shop for car insurance. Progressive.
And one of the things that did not change at all in the UFL is the fact that the umpire is in the position that he was in for years and years and years. The NFL, as you know, changed it and put him in the offensive backfield. But the UFL, these guys are a little tougher.
1st and 10 at the 37. Vegas taking over there after the missed field goal by Florida. And here's Tim Rattay, his first drive as the starting quarterback since 2006. You take a good look at Tim Rattay. Of course, he's been from the Niners to the Buccaneers, places in between. Last year, though, only 23 passing attempts, 10 completions, and a little trouble there with the snap between Jesse Boone and Tim Rattay.
The most important thing you have to do as a quarterback, you've got to get the ball from the center and make sure you get it. That's on you, not on the center.
He lunges forward and actually picked up. Well, he lost a yard. 2nd and 11. Rattay looking. First pass is incomplete. As we take a look, that was intended for Tab Perry, one of the top receivers from a year ago, setting the Locos. Braxton, Davis, Boone, Oakley, and Capizzi, veterans all the way across. Really glad they have Capizzi back. We see Rattay already in the backfield. Rome wins a tough battle for the starting fullback position. Perry and Parker, two of the best receivers in the league, and Bergen, the top tight end in the league. And on 3rd and 11 from their own 36. Ship the lone setback. Rattay under some pressure, throws it high and over the head of Bergen, incomplete.
Well, he threw 2 balls, and he hadn't been close yet. You know, I'd like to know what Rattay, is he cold? I mean, he's got a sweatshirt on underneath it. And it's 100 degrees out here. Here goes Rattay. Take a look at it. He's trying to hit Bergen, and the ball is thrown high, but the rush is on, and these guys are coming. That was Odell Thurman that was in the backfield and in his face.
So it is 3 and out as Danny Bogger, the top punter in the league, comes on for the first time. Averaged just over 43 yards a kick last year. And Avian Kaysen, he's done about everything for Florida so far. He will return this punt, calls a fair catch, takes it at the 22, and that's where the Tuskers will start, a 42-yard punt.
Better run to Men's Warehouse. Suits are on sale, including designer brands and big and tall. Buy one and get a second suit for just $100. You're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it.
Hey guys, Kara Zavaleta here, your host of HDNet's original series, Get Out, part of HDNet's Guys Night In.
If you want it, come get it. Come get it.
So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Every Thursday and Saturday night, we offer the craziest and most hilarious programming you will ever see on television.
We love the competition, we love sweat, you love the party.
Everything from gorgeous bathing beauties to some of the most hilarious stories from around the world.
What's wrong? Why are you grabbing your butt?
Mom, if you're watching this, please don't get upset.
Come on.
And let's not forget, the night ends with unrated programming that is hot, hot, and oh so hot, baby.
There's a double rainbow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a double rainbow.
High five up here.
Yeah, she's a delicious lady.
It's time to do it.
So join me, Kara Zavaleta, every Thursday and Saturday night on HDNet's Guys Night In. Sure to be one hell of a good time.
You better run to Men's Warehouse. Suits are on sale, including designer brands and big and tall. Buy one and get a second suit for just $100. You're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it.
Back live in Las Vegas, 3 and out for the Locos on their first drive, and now it's the Tuskers' second time out. They drove down for a field goal attempt that was just wide.
And there is Seth Wand, who was usually the starting right tackle, but they moved him to left tackle in place of Torrin Tucker, and they moved up Shane Oliva to play on the right-hand side. They've got 2 pretty good tackles.
They start at their own 23. Bollinger back, quick pass, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Locos, and on his way is Teddy Lehman for the touchdown. Welcome back to Vegas, Teddy Lehman.
Teddy Lehman returns you 23 yards in a Locos touchdown.
23-yard return on that interception. Lehman, as we were telling you about, the man who was just released from the camp of the Jacksonville Jaguars, he called up Fossil and said, I'd like to come back. I know you have a deep core. Fossil said, come back, we can work you in. And there it pays off.
Take a look at how he reads this pass, and he just jumps right in front of the receiver, Teddy Lehman, and then he sees the goal line, and nothing's going to stop him. I mean, that's just a great read by a linebacker. Watching the receiver, watching the quarterback, and knew exactly where Bollinger was going to throw the ball, stepped in and took it.
Parker Douglas will kick out of the hold of Bogger. And it's 7-0 in favor of the Locos. Oh, and deja vu for the Tuskers. Turnovers once again. Vegas capitalizing. Teddy Lehman taking it to the house and putting the Locos up 7-0.
Hi, I'm looking to save money on my car insurance. How do I know if I'm getting a good deal? You should talk to the specialist. The specialist? He compares rates side by side. You could save hundreds. It's easy. Great. Okay, Pickles. Do your thing. Oh, that's amazing. I trained him myself. I meant the... Okay.
Same coverage, more savings. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
English prisoners, time is short. All men will work. This is only just.
2 men on opposite sides.
Since you refuse to abide by the laws of the civilized world, we must consider ourselves absolved from our duty to obey you.
Become allies with a common objective.
Can you finish the bridge in time?
Frankly, the consensus of opinion is that it's impossible.
Winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, David Lean.
But it's against the rules.
Do not speak to me of rules. This is war.
Voted one of the greatest films of all time.
Don't you see, it's a matter of principle. If we give in now, there'll be no end to it.
Variety called it an artistic triumph.
What we're doing could be construed as collaboration with the enemy.
You are defeated, but you have no shame. You are stubborn, but have no pride. I hate the British.
The Bridge on the River Kwai. Monday at 9 on HDNet.
The reigning champs striking first. Teddy Lehman coming up with the interception and returning it for the first score of this game. And now on his way to the locker room. We'll have sideline report, I'm sure, soon on that and see what is going on. Meanwhile, Parker Douglas gets ready to kick off. And standing back is Calvin Russell once again, the rookie wide receiver for the Tuskers. Taking it at the 5, Russell. 20-25, gets it out to around the 28, Calvin Russell. Let's go down and check in with Ron Kruk. Ron, what's going on with Lehman?
Thanks, Kenny. Yeah, I was going to interview him, but he was in obvious pain. We're getting the report that Lehman is going in to get his left ribs checked out. They're going to do some x-rays, but even before he made that interception, he was on the bench in obvious pain. That just shows how tough this guy is. He comes back in, picks off the ball, and takes it to the house. I'll keep you updated. Kenny, back upstairs.
All right, thanks, Ron. Tuskers started throwing 28.
Yeah, when you look at the interception, they never even touched his ribs or anything, so he obviously was hurt well before that.
They'll keep it on the ground and find the going is a little tough over there on the right side once again, and that's Dominic Rhodes with his second carry of the night.
Isn't it amazing? You know, you look at Las Vegas, they come out on the first play, Tay fumbles the ball and falls on it. Throws 2 bad passes. They punt the ball. The very first, they get the ball back. Bam! And defense intercepts, touchdown. You think that doesn't spark the guys on the offensive side of the, for Las Vegas?
No gain, 2nd and 10. Bollinger under pressure, tries to flip the screen. It's incomplete, and Vegas was sniffing that out all over. Kalaji putting the pressure on Bollinger, and then everyone else converging. Malone getting in on the act, and they talked about that defense of Las Vegas a lot yesterday, and here it is, looking great.
Well, there's just no blocking by the offensive line. They're just not hitting anybody, and that was Malone coming straight up the middle. Nobody even touched him. Jay was telling us last night, Coach Gruden, he said, our offensive line is a little bit shaky right now. And that's why they had to make the move with Juan going to the left tackle.
3rd and 10 at the 28. Pressure again coming. Better protection. Bollinger throwing over the head, incomplete, going for Calvin Russell. And good coverage as well. The defense shining here for Vegas in this first quarter.
And on that play, the Vegas came with a blitz. Now, remember, you can only send 6 people. And if you're going to blitz from the outside, you have to line up on the outside and blitz from that position. The only way you can blitz up the middle is if you're off the line of scrimmage and then you come after the ball is snapped.
Ken Parrish will kick it away. Standing back is Brian Hernandez. Low, Hernandez takes it at the 29 on the hop. Turns the corner nicely across the 40, and that is where Vegas will start. Good move by Brian Hernandez, the veteran receiver from Utah, as Terrence Melton moves in to make the tackle. And Tim Rattay now comes on the attack for the 2nd time.
It is, on the first play, he did fumble the ball, Tim Rattay did. Then he basically had to throw because it was 2nd and 11 and 3rd and 11. Now we're going to see if they have any kind of a running game.
Marcel Shipp, the lone setback. He gets it going over on the left side. Trying to turn a corner, can't find one there, goes out. Carter coming over to force him out. Jerome Carter, part of a strong returning secondary for the Florida Tuskers.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't try to outrace Odell Thurman to the outside because you're not going to win the battle. That ship kept going wide and wide and wide, and there was just no more room. And it was Odell Thurman that kept forcing him to the outside.
Gains a yard, 2nd and 9 at the 41. Roman at fullback. Ship again fights for some yards up the middle. Terrence Melton makes the stop.
Well, that's what Las Vegas really has to do in this situation, because they can't just go back and take Rattay back there and start throwing the ball down the field. Obviously, the first 2 passes he threw were bad. But this way, it backs off the linebackers a little bit on the defense and will give him the opportunity. Now he has a chance at 3rd down and 3 to throw the ball or run the ball. He can use all of his plays.
3rd and 3 at the 47. Hakeem Hill in motion, going out for a receiver now. Throwing, complete, getting a 1st down. Bergen, the sure-handed tight end, had 16 catches last year, gets his 1st of the night.
I said before in the opening, in the pregame show again, about Bergen. He is the quarterback. The tight end is the quarterback's best friend, because just take a look at Rattay. He's looking at Bergen the whole time. All he wanted Bergen to do is they needed 3, get to 4, set up, and he got a linebacker trying to cover him. Doesn't work.
And his first completed pass as starter since 2006. Nothing doing that time around. The defense all over it. That is McKinley Boykin making the stop. Boykin, one of the protected players on the Tuskers roster, as we take another look at him meeting Marcel Shipp here head on.
Boy, he just makes a move around the guard. It was a perfect play for him. Boykin read the play perfectly, got around the guard, and then closed back down and shut it off.
Boykin, one of the 20 protected players. Each team could protect 20 on the roster, and it turned into a little bit of a confusing situation we'll tell you about in a minute. Meanwhile, short drop, quick pass, completion to Andre Thurman, who is now in the game. One of the deep receiving core, along with Parker and Perry, is Andrew Thurman, back from last year where he had 15 catches and a touchdown.
Now, they have wide receivers on this football team. They have Perry and Thurman and Parker, and obviously the return guy, punt return guy, Hernandez. So they do have wide receivers. And the big question is, again, do they have a running game? And so far, no.
And it's 3rd and 8 after a short gain. Ball out to the 44. Rattay throwing, has his man complete. That's Parker. Parker picking up the 1st down and more. That was right on the money. Darius Vanette eventually bringing him down, but Sammy Parker, who had 11 big catches last year, including 2 touchdowns versus Florida, hauls in a 21-yard catch.
Now this is a perfect throw. Watch this throw for Parker. He's coming back into the inside, and once he makes that move back to the inside, there's just no way to cover him. Watch this, how open he gets. Look where the ball is, out in front. Very nice play, great throw. Vanette is number 24, is the corner trying to cover, can't.
1st and 10 down to the 23 of the Tuskers. They'll go on the ground to Shipp. Shipp fighting for yards and getting out to what looks like a 1st down. Terrence Melton making the tackle. And the momentum shift, you can feel it up here, can't you? The way this offense is going now.
And you know what the thing about it is, you know, and it's said throughout years and years and years of football, if you can throw the ball, it opens up the running game, and it opened this thing up perfectly. We knew coming into this game that Las Vegas had receivers. We didn't know too much about Rattay because he hasn't played that much. But we do know one thing now. They've got a pretty good running back in Shipp.
And it's a 1st down, 1st and 10 down to the 13. They'll stay on the ground once again. Looking for room outside as he had to change directions is Hakeem Hill. We see him for the first time, and Fakir Brown comes up from the corner to bring him down. As you look at Hill, the Arizona State star, played in the Canadian Football League. His dad, quite a player himself, J.D. Hill.
Played with the Buffalo Bills for quite a while. J.D. Hill, I mean, he was a super athlete, super receiver. And this young man has got some pretty good speed now.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11 at the 14 of the Tuskers. Rattay throwing and just behind his man, intended for Tab Perry.
Tab Perry, Kenny didn't even look at the ball. Take a look at Tab Perry when he comes out. He's not even looking at the ball. You got to turn, son, and you got to be looking at your quarterback. Even if you're not the primary receiver, you got to be prepared to catch the football.
Perry is usually good at that. He had 11 catches last year for them, including a touchdown. Again, we talked about the deep receiving core. We'll see what they do here on 3rd and 11 at 14 of the Tuskers. Is this drive going to stall out for Rattay? Floats it, going in the corner. Towel in and out of the hands of Perry. Perry was one-on-one exactly where they wanted him in that situation, and he could not bring it in.
I tell you, Ed, I really got to see this, because that ball hits him in the hand. He does everything right, and Rattay puts the ball in the perfect position. Look at this. No, that ball was him. He just dropped the football. That should have been touchdown. Tim Rattay couldn't have put the ball in a better spot. Watch this. The back goes by him, and he just throws the ball up. I mean, that was perfect.
Fakir Brown in on the coverage, and so Vegas will try a 32-yard field goal as Nick Novak will kick out of the hold of Bogger. And this one is true, and it's Las Vegas adding 3 more. Locos leading it 10-0 over the Tuskers here in Vegas.
Building a tradition.
The only way to win is to have that team chemistry.
There's nothing going to be given to you. You got to work for everything.
A winning attitude.
I'll do anything it takes to win.
Laying it on the line.
Coach really believes in what I can do. I just got to go out there and do it.
It's all out or get off the field.
No matter how you play one week, you got to play like that every week.
The UFL on HDNet, Hartford and Omaha. Coverage begins live Friday night, 7:30 Eastern, only on HDNet.
Head to Japan for one of the world's elite organizations. First, Sakuraba takes on Jason Mayhem Miller. Then, top 10 light heavyweight Gegard Mousasi sets his sights on becoming the next champion. And Joachim Hansen looks for a return to glory. Plus, top 5 lightweight Shinya Aoki, all on the network with more MMA events than any other channel. Dream 16, live late night Friday at 11 p.m. Pacific on HDNet, your home for MMA. This October, HDNet Fights is the place to be for live MMA. First, it's the world's most feared strikers, K1 World GP 2010 Final 16. Then, the search for a new champion continues, K1 World Max 2010 70-kilogram Final 16. Plus, only one will stand victorious, Sengoku Raiden Championship 15. HDNet Fights, every Friday in October on HDNet, your home for MMA.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, where the Locos hold a 10-0 lead late in the first quarter. As the Locos were driving for that field goal drive, Tuskers head coach Jay Gruden spent much of the time on the bench with quarterback Brooks Bollinger, talking to him about the interception that was run back for the touchdown, going over a number of plays and different options. And when he got up, he told them, "Don't worry, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Just take care of the football." He also just told me they dodged a big bullet on that last possession. Kenny?
Thanks, Paul. They certainly did. Instead, they only got a field goal out of the deal, courtesy of Parker Douglas, who kicks off to Calvin Russell. And Russell takes it a yard deep. Stumbles, spins, and in hindsight, should have taken a knee there as he gets it out to around the 12-yard line.
And he didn't have anybody back there with him. He's back there by himself. So usually you'll have somebody back there say, stay, stay, stay. And that means stay in the end zone. We'll get the ball at the 20. But with that kind of speed that Calvin Russell has, I'd let him run all he wants.
Well, the Parker Douglas field goal you see capped off an 11-play, 46-yard drive. 2:37 to go here in the opening quarter. And Las Vegas leads it 10-0. The touchdown coming on a Teddy Lehman return of an interception for a score. We'll see what Brooks Bollinger can do on this drive. Sets up, throws it out, and it's complete at the 20-yard line, hitting Cortez Hankton, who was a draft pick, played last year for the New York Sentinels. where he had 11 catches, and Wally Dada right there to bring him down.
Did that ball look like it took a long time to get out there?
It did.
It looked like a floater, and he got away with it.
Pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Bollinger again crisply that time, and again going to Cortez Hankton and picking up the first down. That one had some zip on it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, a little floater out here, and he said, okay, you floater, huh? I'll show you a floater. Watch this pass. Bam! That ball is between 2 defenders, and Hankton catches it. I mean, that's just a great throw and catch.
14 yards on that. You know, Bollinger was a heck of a baseball player, so maybe we've seen his changeup and fastball in these last 2. 1st and 10 out to the 35. Bollinger will keep it going. He's got the rhythm, and he's hitting Galen Stone. We've seen him in action before, one of 3 tight ends they have, along with Wiggins and Posesic, and they've gotten more depth actually in the receiving corps with a guy like Stone coming on.
And you look at Bollinger, we said with all the guys that they got, Rhodes, Kaysen, and Hicks, that they would be running the ball a lot more. It looks like Bollinger and Florida, they're opening up that defense by throwing the ball.
And Bollinger seems to be in a lot better rhythm doing it this way, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Pressure on him that time, and he fires it incomplete. And they were coming and coming fast at Brooks Bollinger.
That was a defensive lineman, Ryan Buskidi. He, number 91, watch, he gets to the outside. Bollinger has pressure on him. He had to throw the ball away, but the defensive lineman was in coverage behind the line of scrimmage.
And Brandon Moore was putting the pressure right on Bollinger. He's been very active as you look at Buschetti. They just picked him up in the last few weeks, and that's what happens, of course, in the UFL. But some big acquisitions here made by Las Vegas on 3rd and 1 at the 44. Bollinger play action, good protection this time. Throwing complete for the first down and making a terrific catch. Stretching out is the big tight end, Jermaine Wiggins. One of the protected players on this team, had 12 catches for them last year.
Boy, this is what's nice when you're 6'2" and you can get up in the air. Watch where this ball is thrown. The only guy that has a chance to get it is Jermaine Wiggins. Watch this. The ball is high. The ball is perfect. And he makes the catch.
Picks up of 19 on that as you get a good look at the former Georgia Bulldog star. Gets the ball down to the 37 of Las Vegas. Bollinger again, good protection, just flips it right over the middle, picks up some nice yards there. And he goes to Kaysen, coming out of the backfield again. That's the one thing they talked about yesterday. Gruden said, we got guys that can catch the ball out of the backfield and do stuff this year.
Well, he said that Kaysen is one of those guys. He's got the best hands of all the backs that they have. And he said, we're going to throw the ball to him because once we get him into the open field, he can move it.
And that is the end of the first quarter. The Tuskers are on the move, trying to get some points on the board. Teddy Lehman with the interception for the touchdown. The Locos, big in the first, 10-0 leading as we come back to Vegas.
I'm Andre Dixon, running back from the Hartford Colonials.
What a hit. He dives in for the score.
I go to UFL-football.com for team news, player profiles, apparel, stats, and anything else UFL related.
Visit UFL-football.com for the latest information on your favorite UFL players. The United Football League. If you like great football, you'll love the UFL.
Hi, folks.
Hi. We're ready to switch our car insurance to Progressive.
Today just seemed like a great day to save.
Oh, it's not just today. With our free loyalty program, you earn great stuff like accident forgiveness and bigger discounts just by staying with us.
Oh, so what you're saying is it gets even better with age.
Oh. Tell me we're still talking about insurance.
Rewarding loyalty. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Hey guys, Kara Zavaleta here, your host of HDNet's original series, Get Out, part of HDNet's Guys Night In.
If you want it, come get it. Come get it.
So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Every Thursday and Saturday night, we offer the craziest and most hilarious programming you will ever see on television.
We love the competition. We love sweat. We love the party.
Everything from gorgeous bathing beauties to some of the most hilarious stories from around the world.
What's wrong? While you're grabbing your butt.
Mom, if you're watching this, please don't get upset.
Come on.
And let's not forget, the night ends with unrated programming that is hot, hot, and oh so hot, baby.
There's a double rainbow.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's a double rainbow.
High five up here.
Yeah, she's a delicious lady.
It's time to do it.
So join me, Kara Zavaleta, every Thursday and Saturday night on HDNet's Guys Night In. Sure to be one hell of a good time.
The United Football League on HDNet is presented by ConAgra Foods, maker of the food you love, and by Rydell. Just off the Strip in Vegas, Paul and I were staying at the Montecito talking to Big Ed DeLine and Danny and all the gang. But now here we are at Sam Boyd Stadium as we start the second quarter. The Tuskers looking to put points on the board. Jay Gruden making his first appearance as a head coach outdoors. He's had great success, of course. 2 titles in the Arena Football League, 4 titles as a quarterback in the Arena League, but the first time he's ever coached a professional game outdoors. His team down 10-0 right now to Las Vegas, but they are on the move.
Well, I'd say Gruden and Fossil are 2 coaches that you just love to talk to. I mean, they're helpful. They help you with everything you need to know, and they love the game.
2nd and 3 at the Las Vegas 30 for Florida. They'll go on the ground for the first time after 6 straight passing tries, and Kaysen will carry. Paul, we were talking about that in the break. You were mentioning that rhythm that Bollinger was getting into by pass after pass, and he was on a streak there, hitting 5 out of 6.
Yeah, you know, this is what he does best, and apparently, even though they brought in Rhodes and Kaysen and Hicks, that, you know, they're not going to get away from what they did last year. They went, remember, folks, they went 6-0 in the regular season, and they lost in the championship game. There were 2 interceptions by Bollinger and 1 fumble. So just that's what Gruden said, and Coach Gruden said, hey, protect the ball, man.
Kaysen picking up a first down, 1st and 10, the 26 under pressure. Pass is incomplete. Bollinger feeling the heat from Adrian Owasum, the former Giant.
Boy, he just came from the right side, and that's a replacement tackle up on the right side that didn't block. Olivia did not block Owasum, and he just got to Bollinger. Bollinger never saw him coming.
6'5", 280 out of North Texas, was a member of that Super Bowl team for the New York Giants. Owasum, in his 2nd year in the UFL, a good look at him. He's one of the veterans on that front line of Kalaji and Henderson and Malone, all these guys with experience. It's 2nd and 10 at the 26. Bollinger floating it, going for it all, and overthrowing his man. And he was looking for Huey Whitaker, one of the speedy newcomers who at 6'5", really brings a dimension of speed with height, but couldn't bring it down that time.
I'll tell you, Isaiah Trufant was on him step for step on Whitaker. I mean, there was really no place to throw this ball. It was great coverage by the defense. And we talked about it. This secondary is all, you know, they're all back from last year. This is an outstanding defensive football team.
Trufant, who came up with the play that set up the victory in overtime for the Locos in the championship game. And here it is, 3rd and 10 now on the 26. Bollinger flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck and run and try to get the first down, and he is, and steps out gingerly and smartly just outside the 10-yard line. That is the athlete that Brooks Bollinger is, a great rusher. When he played back in Wisconsin not that long ago, but he was also one of the top rushers for his team.
Well, you watch what happens here. Here's one thing that a quarterback can do to drive a defensive man crazy. It looks like he's going out of bounds. Look at everybody kind of slows up, and when they slowed up, he just picked up another 4 yards and the first down.
18 yards on that. They spot it at the 8. It's 1st and goal for Florida. Bollinger doing it with his feet. Will his arm get back into action right now and get a score? No, they'll stay on the ground. Running right up the middle is Dominic Rhodes. Picks up a couple before being brought down. And Ezra Butler in there on the tackle.
I wouldn't want to try to make a living running right up the middle against Las Vegas. I mean, these guys, they're big in the middle. Malone is 312 pounds. Kalaji is 290. But you got Hartwell, the middle linebacker, is 240. So you're looking at a pyramid in there that you just don't want to go at.
2nd and goal from the 7. Rhodes in the backfield. Bollinger throwing. Far sideline, incomplete. Oh, and the frustration there of Huey Whitaker. And once again, good defense. Wally Dada was right with him.
Kenny, Wally Dada, watch where this ball is thrown. This is perfect. Wally Dada, watch him turn, go, and then he goes up in the air and knocks the ball out of his hands. I mean, that is just an outstanding play by the corner. Dada, here the ball should have been caught. There's no question about that by Price, but Dada knocks it out.
Whitaker's really got to be frustrated. He's 6'5". Dada is 5'10".
Excuse me, I said Price. It is Whitaker.
3rd and goal at the 7. Price is now in among the receivers. Bollinger looking, still looking. Good coverage. Under pressure, throwing, touchdown. All that time, and it paid off. He found his man. Dominic Rhodes comes out of the backfield and brings it in.
I will tell you that Dominic Rhodes, you want to talk about heads-up football by an experienced back, because he looks and sees Bollinger in trouble. 33 is Dominic Rhodes. He's out here to the right. Bollinger's going to come out. Now watch Bollinger wave him. Go, go. And he just releases and gets into the end zone. This was a perfect play by Dominic Rhodes.
Nick Novak will attempt the point after. And there it is. 10-7. Locos still leading. All this footwork pays off for Bollinger, using his arm here, finding Dominic Rhodes for the score.
My favorite.
This stuff is good.
Breaking open the crust, it was like a treasure.
I think it's kind of the zest to it. Have you tried this?
I love them. This is really good.
That's good.
This is the real deal. This is the stuff that we eat.
I absolutely love Crunch and Munch.
My whole family loves Hebrew National. I love Peter Pan.
I absolutely
They love it.
My sons love it. I love. My kids love it.
Oh, I love.
My family loves it. I love.
1, 2, 1, 2, big ball.
It's an HD Net Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere.
Hello, Nashville, and good evening. Make some noise.
Foreigner.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. Ooh, yeah. You know you want it. Hot-blooded, checking the scene. Got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, do you do all the dance? I'm hot-blooded, I'm hot-blooded. Jukebox hero, stars in his eyes. Jukebox hero.
It's an HD Net Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere. Foreigner, Can't Slow Down. Rockin' at the Ryman. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern.
Touchdown.
The Tuskers are on the board with a touchdown catch by Dominic Rhodes. I'm here on the sideline with Dominic, and having that touchdown, how'd you find a way to get open with Bollinger scrambling the way he was?
Well, you know, Brooks is very good with his feet, and as you see on the 18-yard run, so he just started running around, defense trying to count from him. I just snuck it to the back of the end zone for a touchdown, you know what I'm saying? That's credit to Brooks and two veteran players trying to make a play.
Playing in your first game since 2008, what's it like to be back at it and to score the first touchdown of the year for your team?
Still a little rusty, man, trying to get my vision and everything back out here on the runs and stuff, but other than that, it feels pretty good out here, man. Me and Avion trying to get it done for the RBs, and we got JD, and we're trying to get it done, man.
We're getting it done so far. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Paul, as Michael Ray Garvin will down it in the end zone. And starting at the 20, Tim Rattay and Las Vegas. Those are two guys that have been there and done that, haven't they? Bollinger looking for Rhodes and working it out, or looking for somebody and finding Rhodes.
Well, you look at it, it's two veterans making a play, really, and Dominic Rhodes. A lot of backs would just stand there and maybe go try to block for the quarterback because he has a tendency to run the ball a little bit. But Dominic Rhodes just did the really smart thing. He just said, I saw the corner of the end zone, I saw it wide open. All I had to do was get behind one guy, and he knows that Bollinger's going to find him. Bang, touchdown. That was heads-up football, man.
12:36 to go in the first half, and Vegas leading at 10-7. The scoring for Vegas, the touchdown, in addition to Parker Douglas' field goal by Teddy Lehman, who came up with a big interception and returned it back. They'll go on the ground to Marcel Shipp, but Shipp cannot find anything there as Brian Sauvé moves in to make the hit on him. Let's check in with Ron on the Vegas sideline.
Kenny, another starter for the Locos has gone into the dressing room, starting safety Nick Turnbull. He injured his left knee. He will go in and get x-rays as well. We'll keep you updated. Back upstairs.
All right, thanks, Ron. Loss of 1 on that, 2nd and 11 at the 19. You look at Jim Fossil, who keeps the trophy, so far the championship trophy, at the house, he was telling us yesterday.
And no one's going to see it either. He's not going to let anybody look at it.
Thurman in motion. Rattay back, feeling some heat and going down. Nice defense by Sauvé, who makes the tackle. Claremont comes in to help him out and brings him down as well.
I like what I'm seeing with this defensive line. You got to remember these 4 guys are going for the quarterback, and Sauvé, who is number 98, watch him. He just doesn't quit. Sauvé is going down. He just grabbed. Remember I said that Tim Rattay had that sweatshirt on? That's what he pulled him down. He pulled him down by his shirt. Go take your shirt off. It's warm enough, man.
Sauvé gets a breather right now. He's made a couple of big defensive plays. Loss of 4. It's now 3rd and 15 at the 15. There you go with the turnover. And Rattay will take a timeout. Jim Fossil, Tim Rattay will talk this over. Ball at their own 15. We'll be back in just a moment.
Why am I yelling at you with a hammer? It's because I just tapped the cask. That's good cask ale. If you like beer, if you like drinking, let's talk about sex. Oh, God. If you like America, join me as I tour the nation with one goal in mind. Let's make it an easier world to drink in. Watch my show, right, Steve? Right. Drinking made easy. Premiering Wednesday, October 6th on HDNet.
Fresh. Bathing beauty.
He knows just how to capture the moment. The beaches here, incredibly beautiful.
Beautiful. Amazing backdrops.
If I could describe it, I would say heaven on earth.
Heaven on earth. Natural.
I just enjoy life.
Enjoy life. New and different. Bikini Destinations. A fresh new season starts October 7th at 10 p.m. Eastern, only on HDNet.
Oh, Canada, are you ready for some local flavor?
I love being sexy and pretty, but I also like to get on the beach and we roll around in the sand, get wet and dirty, and it's a lot of fun.
You can see it and you can feel it.
There's so much Canada has to offer, from beaches to lakes.
It's amazing. So it's going to be really, really hot. I love the fact that I'm here and I'm able to do the things that I love doing.
A fresh new season of Get Out Canada starts October 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome back to the UFL on HDNet.
Jim Fossil, Tim Rattay, after that timeout, we'll see what they do. It's 3rd and 15 at their own 15. This word from Ron Kruk on the sideline. Teddy Lehman expected to return, but Nick Turnbull will not be back the rest of the night with that injury. The defensive side for Las Vegas. Now on offense, let's see what they can do. 3rd and 15 for Rattay. Decent protection, now breaking down. He goes down, the ball is loose. And it looks like it's still loose. And of course, both teams pointing their way. It appears that Florida might have hung on to it. And McCargill, very active in there, the middle linebacker coming away with that. But the question is going to be, was it a fumble? And there's a flag on the play.
If that ball is in his hand, it's in forward motion. That's an incomplete pass.
Because there's no tuck rule in the UFL, so if the ball was parallel with the shoulder, then it would be a fumble. But we'll have to wait and see. As you see John Bible, the referee, and you look at the rest of the crew: Hugh Douglas, Jerry Austin, Fred Cook, Raymond Daniel, Wade Wagner, and Ivan Daniels.
Well, they got to figure this out. Then they got to figure out about the flag.
After the fumble was recovered, we had personal fouls on both sides. Those penalties will offset. It'll be Florida's football.
Huge turnover. Rattay fumbles it. McGargle comes up with it, and Florida has a golden chance as we take another look.
Well, this is a four-man rush and to the outside. This is just an outstanding play. That was Chakwera that actually hit the quarterback.
And a golden opportunity now for Brooks Bollinger and Florida. Ball at the 11 of Las Vegas. They'll keep it on the ground. Moving with it down to the 2-yard line is Dominic Rhodes. He's already caught a touchdown. He takes this one down to the 2.
Now you gotta remember, you know, they were saying about Avion Kaysen has got quick feet. Watch these feet. Watch his feet. Don't look anywhere. Look at the feet. It was just, I mean, just blew by the defensive back. I mean, that is embarrassing when you got a guy lined up and you think you're going to nail him. And Dominic Rhodes gives him a couple steps and then back to the inside. That was perfect.
2nd and 1 for the Locos 2.
It is 2nd and 1 at the 2-yard line. Runnels in at fullback. Rhodes spinning, but he's not able to get away from Ed Hartwell. Hartwell, a star here at Cheyenne High School in Las Vegas 16 years ago, playing for the first time before the home crowd after a solid NFL career.
Boy, you just take a look at a linebacker, just step up into the hole, Ed Hartwell, and just make the play. Dominic Rhodes went nowhere on that play. In fact, he lost about a half a yard. But this is what when you see a linebacker that's that good, can score himself up. He is 6'2", 240, and he can hold his own.
They can get a first down. 3rd and 1. They go up the middle. Ball is knocked loose. Loose, still loose. Vegas pointing it's their way. We'll wait and see when they unpile everyone. They needed 1 yard for the first down, 2 for the touchdown. And it's Vegas ball. Florida gets the fumble, has a great opportunity to score. Instead, they fumble it away near the goal line.
And in the championship game, what killed Florida? Turnovers. And they have a couple of them tonight so far, and we still got 9.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Take a look at this shot here. This is Dominic Rhodes going up over the top. When you go up over the top, you better secure the ball. The ball is out. The ball is out. And that was Brandon Moore that knocked the ball out. So for 2 plays, 2 linebackers make plays. You got to protect the ball, man. You're going up over the top. You're exposed in midair. You got to make sure you got the ball tucked away.
C.J. Wallace among those in there battling to try to recover that. Vegas does. They will start this at their own 2. As you look at Ed Hartwell.
Hey, D, that's what I'm talking about.
6 years with the Ravens, Falcons, Bengals, and Raiders, and coming back home now to Las Vegas. Said he still wanted to play football, and that's all that Jim Fossil needed to hear. The referees are going to take another look at this one, Paul. From what we understand, it's in the replay booth.
Well, look, see, here's the ball. The ball is out. He's not on the ground. The ball is out. That is a fumble. There's no question about that. Now, what else they're replaying, I don't know. But I wouldn't like to be on the bottom of this mess unless I have the ball.
Let's check in with Ron.
Huge defensive play by this man, C.J. Wallace. C.J., tell us how that play developed.
Man, I didn't really see. I just seen the ball pop out. You know, just hustling, playing hard like we practice all the time. And our guys made a good play, man. We got some hogs on defense. All I did was cover the ball, man.
Right place at the right time. How big was that turnover?
Oh, it's real. It's huge, you know. We just took 3 to 7 points off the board, so, I mean, that's huge right now. We still got the lead. We're trying to
ball go back to the offense.
Capitalize on that, too.
Very good. Thank you, C.J. Okay, Kenny, back upstairs.
All right, thanks, Ron. Wallace coming up with that. And now we have, for the first time, the illegal blitz called on that play, is what I'm understanding.
All right, just remember one thing. Now, I don't care where the ball is. When you line up on the goal line, it doesn't matter. You're only allowed to rush 6 guys. There can only be 2 blitzers. Take a look at this line of scrimmage. There are 9 guys on the line of scrimmage, and they called the illegal blitz coming up the middle. You cannot line up over the center and blitz. You can't.
The people are booing. Fossil certainly wants an explanation.
When it's a run, you can play the run. It wasn't a blitz. A blitz is only on a pass, and they ran, and we didn't go after them. So we have to fucking stand in the end zone and just take it.
What Coach Fossil is complaining about is you can't. He says
it's a run.
It's a run. It's a run, though. I know you can only blitz on a pass play 6 guys, but this is definitely a run. It's not a pass. So you're allowed to fill for the run. This call should never have been made.
Well, it can get confusing at times.
No, it isn't. It's a pass play, you can only blitz 6. On a run play, you can send them all if you want. Doesn't matter.
But I'm saying we just saw a good officiating crew that's confused out there. And, of course, the crowd still getting used to some of the UFL rules. And this is the big one. The limited blitz rule will qualify it as that. They have no idea why a guy stands a guy up at a goal line and can't get the ball back.
Well, and Fossil is absolutely correct. He said it was a running play, and we could send them all if we want.
Well, instead, it's now first down and goal at the 1, and they try to ram it up the middle. We're waiting to see if Rhodes is able to get in.
He's in. He's in.
He certainly thinks so, and he is.
And this is where the offensive line, you can just imagine how mad the defense of Las Vegas is, but the offensive line getting that little bit of a push, and once they did, there's just no way to stop it. You cannot. Brandon Moore, we saw him in there 56, and if he's already turned sideways, you have no leverage whatsoever to stop him.
Dominic Rhodes, new to the team, making his presence felt. 2 touchdowns, he's caught 1, and he's run for 1, and Nick Novak will come on to try to tack on the extra point, and he does to make it 14-10. Some confusion here. A big penalty gives the ball back to the Tuskers, and Rhodes capitalizes, and Florida now has the lead.
Better run to Men's Warehouse. Suits are on sale, including designer brands and big and tall. Buy one and get a second suit for just $100. You're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it.
And as a Progressive customer, you get to use any of our concierge claim centers.
So I can just drop off my car and you'll take care of everything?
Yep, even the rental.
What if I'm stuck at the office?
If you can't come to us, we'll come to you in one of our immediate response vehicles.
What if Mother won't let me drive?
Then you probably wouldn't have had an accident in the first place. And we're walking, and we're walking.
Making it all a bit easier. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Building a tradition.
The only way to win is to have that team chemistry.
Anything gonna be given to you. You gotta work for everything.
A winning attitude.
I'll do anything it takes to win.
Laying it on the line.
Coach really believes in what I can do. I just gotta go out there and do it.
It's all out or get off the field.
No matter how you play one week, you gotta play like that every week.
The UFL on HDNet, Hartford and Omaha. Coverage begins live Friday night, 7:30 Eastern, only on HDNet. You better run to Men's Warehouse. Suits are on sale, including designer brands and big and tall. Buy one and get a second suit for just $100. You're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it.
Wouldn't you know, Paul, that the one time we talked yesterday at the meeting, we didn't have a lot of controversy with the blitz rule last year, and it's huge already in this game.
Well, what happens is, first of all, the upstairs official is the one that called the first play against them, against the defense, and he called it off an illegal blitz. But take a look at this. Is a touchdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys on the line of scrimmage. There is another, according to the rule, is another illegal formation. And they don't call this one. They should have called this one again. It should have been another, but they scored a touchdown anyway. But don't go back. Take a look at it. It's the exact same defense that they used to play before.
So we'll see how the Tuskers respond to this as Garvin comes out of the end zone with it and gets it across the 20 up to about the 22 as you look at Dominic Rhodes, who has 2 touchdowns. And what was a crazy turn of event, it started with a fumble, a turnover for Vegas. Florida had it just outside the 10-yard line, great field position. They drove in for what was going to be a score. They fumbled it away, but because the officials, we've been told now, called it up here about what is not up to this point been the controversial, but now it is, blitz rule in the United Football League. One that I'm sure they will take a look back after this game in situations where you're down the goal line. It's impossible not to have 7, 8 guys in the box.
If you don't, they're going to just run touchdowns anytime they want. And you have to understand something, folks. So you know the rule as close as we can get it to you now. But on the line of scrimmage, 4 down linemen have to have their hands on the ground. Have to have their hands on the ground. Cannot back off and be in coverage. So they have to rush the passer, rush the play. Now, if you're going to blitz from the outside, you've got to line up on the line of scrimmage. And you're declared as a blitzer. So, but you can only blitz the 4 guys down and 2 linebackers, or 2 guys. You can blitz up the middle if you're off the line of scrimmage by a yard and then come up and go into the hole.
Once again, it's Marcel Shipp, picked up 5 on that first carry, and here on 2nd and 5, he goes just off to the left, and Anthony Schlegel is there to make the tackle. The former Jet and Bengal, played collegiately at Ohio State. You see Schlegel part of a really solid linebacking core for Florida as well. We talk about how great Vegas is, and that's certainly the case, but a talented and deep linebacking group as well for the Tuskers. And now it is 3rd and 3, the ball out to the 29. Rattay firing, complete, first down. Who else do you go to in this situation? Adam Bergen.
Adam Bergen is such a big target, folks. He's 6'4", 267 pounds. And again, he was their leading receiver a year ago and in 7 games. He caught 16 balls, but just to throw here, does he catch it? It's his hands are underneath the ball, and the ball never hits the ground. This is an outstanding catch.
First down, out to the 36. Rattay firing it, incomplete, flag is thrown, and Vanette and Parker going side by side. Looks like this is going against Darius Vanette.
Well, this ball was thrown short. Now, I don't know if he threw it short on purpose or it was an accident, but Parker.
Defense number 24. Ball be spotted at the foul, spot of the foul, first down.
And Parker is just trying to come back to the ball. Take a look at this. Is this ball poorly thrown, or is he just trying to throw the ball that far back? I don't think Parker can get back and get to the ball anyway. That was pass interference. There's no question about it on Vanette. That was pass interference.
1st and 10 now, down to the 46 with that penalty. In motion is Thurman. Rattay flips it out and trying to juggle it and just not able to pull it down was Sammy Parker.
And he looked like he got hurt when he came down, and whether he pulled something or not. That ball was laid out in front by Rattay. It looked like a pretty good pass.
Happens right in front of the Vegas bench, so the staff over there quickly looking at him.
Parker tries to stop. He sees there's a...
Yeah, it looked like he might have flipped an ankle, twisted an ankle. We'll check on that in a minute. 2nd and 10. At the 46, he'll get back to the basics on the ground, and Marcel Shipp goes right up the middle, picking up about 8 before J.R. Reed comes up from the safety spot to make the tackle.
And we have a flag on the play.
It's on Eric Powell.
That's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
I think he and Capizzi got tangled up.
Jay Gruden wondering what's going on now. Back-to-back penalties, or 2 out of the last 3, and now the ball moves.
Boy, you just hate to give people yardage. You know,
To the 22.
It's unearned yardage. It's crazy.
And Powell's a veteran, too, as well, getting tangled up there with Capizzi. 1st and 10 at the 22. Rattay back. Good protection. Crossing, making the catch, and fighting for extra yards before the ball is knocked out of bounds is Greg Reister making his first catch tonight. Former Jacksonville Jaguar out of the University of Oregon.
Reister's a big guy. He's 6'3". I mean, that's just a fine catch and a nice throw at the outside. There's another situation. Protect the football. That ball was knocked out.
Jerome Carter knocking it away from him. And a break again for Las Vegas. So, you know, after the controversy of the blitz call down here, everything's going Vegas's way on this drive. They're getting a lot of breaks, and here it is, 2nd and 11 at the 23. Ship changes directions. Nice cutback. Looking for room, being chased by McGargle and wrestled down.
We're sitting up here in an angle. I'm looking at this at Marcel Ship. He makes a great move. And then he decided, may go inside. And when I decided I may go inside, there were a whole lot of white shirts in there. So he decided, nah, I don't think so. I'll go back here to the outside and pick up maybe a yard more. But all that run he just did and only picked up 3 yards.
He ran for 15 and netted 3. 3rd down at the 21. 3rd and 9 at the 21. Rattay flips it out to Hill. And Hill is hit and goes forward. It was Ratliff coming up to make the stop on him. He picked up about 4 on that.
This is a play, to me, it just seems like I just want to get it in field goal range to make the kick, because there's just too many people out here that you have to block. You only have a wide receiver out there and a tight end. So when you throw the ball out here, look, you only have 2 people that can block. You've got 4 guys on defense that are covering the play. You don't have enough people to be even able to pick up the 1st down.
Parker Douglas has already made 1 tonight. This will be a 36-yard field goal attempt for Douglas. Danny Bogger holds it. Kick is up, and it's no good. So an interesting drive for Las Vegas there. They come up with nothing, and they still trail 14-10.
I'm Andre Dixon, running back from the Hartford Colonials.
What a hit. He dives in for the score.
I go to UFL-football.com for team news, player profiles, apparel, stats, and anything else UFL related.
Visit UFL-football.com for the latest information on your favorite UFL players. The United Football League. If you like great football, you'll love the UFL.
English prisoners, time is short. All men will work. This is only just.
2 men on opposite sides.
Since you refuse to abide by the laws of the civilized world, we must consider ourselves absolved from our duty to obey you.
Become allies with a common objective.
Can you finish the bridge in time? Frankly, the consensus of opinion is that it's impossible.
Winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, David Lean.
But it's against the rules.
Do not speak to me of rules. This is war.
Voted one of the greatest films of all time.
Don't you see, it's a matter of principle. If we give in now, there'll be no end to it.
Variety called it an artistic triumph.
What we're doing could be construed as collaboration with the enemy.
You're defeated, but you have no shame. You're stubborn, but have no pride. I hate the British.
The Bridge on the River Kwai. Monday at 9 on HDNet.
Welcome back to Vegas and the UFL on HDNet. Blame the orange 1st down marker for Sammy Parker's injury. When he made the catch and was going out of bounds, he stepped on the orange marker and slipped, rolling his ankle. The training staff is checking him out right now. The word is they will take him to the locker room for more x-rays. Kenny, back upstairs.
Thanks, Ron. One of the most bizarre drives you'll see. There was a pass interference, great call. Unsportsmanlike conduct, great call. All these breaks going for Vegas, and then in a situation that Ron was just describing, a strange injury there.
Well, they've lost 2 defensive people, Turnbull and Lehman, and now you're losing your starting wide receiver.
And here comes Florida. Bollinger. 1st and 10 from his own 26. Nice little shovel pass forward alertly to Kaysen. And what looked like might be a loss, instead they pick up maybe a yard or so. Brandon Moore was applying the pressure.
Yeah, that's a nice flip pass to Kaysen. Once you asked Kaysen after the game if this was nice, that's all he did was set him up to get hammered. Come on, Brandon Moore. I mean, he just leveled him.
One man's sitting, another man's floor.
Yeah.
For the quarterback, yeah. 3:55 to go in the first half. Bollinger firing complete to Maurice Price. It's one of those young receivers coming in, and Price brought down by Jameel Dowling, the backup cornerback for Las Vegas.
Price just paid the price too. He caught the ball and got hit right in the mouth.
And Dowling coming in is one of those guys who get probably some more reps this time around, because Turnbull, as you mentioned, Paul, is out for the game with an injury. And here it is, 3rd and 5 up to the 31 of Florida. Bollinger throwing deep, has his man complete. 1st down and then some to Cortez Hankton. And Hankton covered and brought down by Dada, and that was on the money.
This will show you why Bollinger last year was the most valuable player in this league. Watch where the ball is put. There is no chance for anyone to make a play. Dada had no chance at all. This ball is over Dada's shoulder, and watch now Hankton stretch out. It's the perfect throw and catch. Doesn't get any better than that now.
31 yards, 1st and 10, down to the 38 of Vegas. 2:34 to go in the first half, and Florida threatening again. They'll stay on the ground with Kaysen, and he will find not much there. Butler and Cooper among those bringing him down.
Well, you know, and it doesn't matter for Las Vegas who you plug in the linebacker spot. They're going to make plays. You got 4 down linemen that have to rush, and here they have Henderson, Malone, Kalaji, and Owassum. These guys are doing a great job, but now you have the linebackers that you can interchange, rest them. They're getting down to 2-minute warning, but these guys are good.
2 minutes to go in the first half. Does Florida have one more scoring drive?
Head to Japan for one of the world's elite organizations. First, Sakuraba takes on Jason Mayhem Miller. Then, top 10 light heavyweight Gegard Mousasi sets his sights on becoming the next champion. And Joachim Hansen looks for a return to glory. Plus, top 5 lightweight Shinya Aoki, all on the network with more MMA events than any other channel. Dream 16, live late night Friday at 11 p.m. Pacific on HDNet, your home for MMA.
This one could be epic.
I just, I love challenging myself. There's nothing better than something you can't do that. Watch me.
Remember what you said when we first met. My worst regret. Now one day soon, you'll call my name. So have no shame, nothing remains. I won't back down this time around.
I think it takes some big balls to kind of step up. That's as real as television gets. You're walking around with the toughest guys on the planet. Do you ever feel insecure?
I'm a dream maker, man, but I will crush too.
We're supposed to be warriors.
We break it all down only on Inside MMA.
That's a lot of power there, right at you.
You can go into cardiac arrest after that one. 2 minutes to go here in the first half in Las Vegas. 14-10. The Tuskers leading the Locos, and Florida trying to mount one more scoring drive here late in this first half. As you look at Brooks Bollinger, slower start than usual, but he has found his rhythm since then. A touchdown pass to Dominic Rhodes. Rhodes also going in for a score. A controversial call setting up that last score. Let's check in now with Paul Crane.
Cortez Hankton hurt his right shoulder on that last catch. He received some treatment. He's standing on the sideline, not in the game.
Thanks, Paul. Bollinger under trouble there. Pressure galore. Flag is thrown. He fires the ball out of bounds. Ed Hartwell coming in fast on him. And Cooper also applying pressure.
Well, there was an awful lot of pressure right up the middle.
Holding, offense number 58, 10-yard penalty, second down.
That's going to be Lucas, number 58, the center. Watch this. Look at the center. He goes to the outside and he just grabs. I mean, that's holding, I think, don't you?
Yeah, no one could stop number 90 Hartwell, could they?
Oh, man.
He just shoots right on through. Awassam in there as well, giving chase. So the takedown doesn't work. They still were able to get in and get Bollinger.
After the penalty, it's second down and 21.
Second and 21 after the penalty now. Ball back at the 49-yard line of Vegas. 1:53 to go in the first half. Bollinger throwing, complete. And hitting Calvin Russell.
No good.
He was stepped out of bounds. He only got 1 foot in.
I don't even know if he got that 1 foot in. I mean, the throw was a little bit wide, but Russell was, I mean, you talk about wide open. And Bollinger had all the time in the world. Here comes the throw now. And take a look at the right foot. It comes down just on the end. There's no way he got 2 in. I don't think he got either one of them in.
So 3rd and 21.
And a bunch.
And a whistle before the snap.
Timeout, Florida.
Before the snap, timeout on Florida. That's our first charge timeout of the half.
So a 3rd and 20 for Jay Gruden and the Tuskers. Ball at the 49-yard line. And a 4-point lead here for Florida.
That's one of those situations when the head coach, he's also the play caller, Jay Gruden, he's just sitting there and looks at the defense, he looks at the play that's called, and the personnel that he has on the field. Now, there's apparently Bollinger can't go to the play he wants because he doesn't have the right personnel out there. So Gruden just calls a timeout. They had 3 of them. I mean, why not use them? The clock was stopped anyway.
You saw Bollinger there talking with Avian Kaysen, who's made his presence felt. One of those newcomers to the backfield. Not newcomer to football by any means, but they have picked up Rhodes, who has 8 NFL years. Kaysen, 8 NFL years. Maurice Hicks, injured and out of action tonight. 6 NFL seasons. We expect to see him in a couple of weeks. 2 timeouts remaining for each, and I imagine what's Bollinger thinking now? Certainly just play it safe. The ball's near midfield, and you got a 4-point lead with 1:46 to go.
And one of the things you have to make sure that they do, and if I were Las Vegas, I would not take a timeout. I would keep my 2 timeouts, is to keep the ball in play, make sure the clock gets started, and don't you take a timeout and hope that Vegas doesn't. Let the clock run down a little bit. But we talked about these guys. They played no preseason games. They really couldn't have any scrimmages. Coach Gruden said, hey, I can't waste my people. I don't have that many people if someone got hurt. So these guys really have not had a whole lot of contact.
3rd and 21. Unloads it to the safety valve in Kaysen, who will pick up some nice yards for them, but well short of the first down. Trey Young making the stop from the strong safety.
Yeah, see, here's a situation that I really believe. I think Vegas wants to just save their 2 timeouts and get a chance to get in field goal range.
Clock at 1:18 and counting.
Well, in Florida, you just let it run down and take the penalty. Unless you're going to attempt a 53-yard field goal. I like this play that Fossil's doing as far as letting the clock go down and save the 2 timeouts, because you still have a chance to get yourself in the field goal range. See, Florida went all the way down to the end and then called a timeout, and that's okay.
Now, as a punter, would you have rather had the penalty and back up a little bit, considering where you're going to be, assuming that that's what they'll do is be punting the ball?
Well, he'll hit that little pooch kick where they these guys. The only problem is it's Novak that's out there, isn't it? It's Novak, the field goal kicker.
That is. Nick Novak is coming on, and it appears that they are going to attempt a field goal here. Ken Parrish, the punter, number 13, will be holding. Paul Crane, are they going to kick this thing? Is that the deal?
They are. Special teams coach Al Roberts asked Jay Gruden, can he make it? He said yes. So he's out there to give it a try.
It's a 54-yard attempt for Nick Novak. It's long enough, and it was a great decision. Novak puts it through, and Jay Gruden says, I'm a genius. This coaching's easy. How about that? And add 3 more for the Tuskers with 52 seconds to go here in the first half. And Nick Novak, who comes in to replace a very talented kicker in Matt Bryant, who moved on to the NFL.
Look at this kick.
Puts this through with plenty of range.
Oh man, he had, look at that thing went over the back. He had probably another 6 or 7 yards on that thing. That was an outstanding move, because the problem with it was, if they would have not made it, the ball would have come back to what, the 44, 46 yard line, and then that puts Las Vegas in great field position. Boy, you talk about confidence in your kicker.
Novak, who played at Maryland, was last in the NFL with the Chiefs in 08, also had played with the Redskins and Cards, was waived by the San Diego Chargers. He knew Matt Bryant had moved on from Florida. Said, I'd like a shot. Good acquisition as well for the Tuskers.
I think so.
Florida has put up 17 points in this second quarter. All 10 of the Locos points in the first quarter. That Florida drive, 7 plays, 48 yards, took 3:38, and capped off by a 54-yard field goal from Nick Novak, who will kick off now. Garvin and Henderson back. This is Michael Ray Garvin. Across the 20, 25, 30. Nice run back out to the 33-yard line. And before Anthony Schlegel brings him down.
And again, Las Vegas, they have enough time. They save their timeouts. They have 2 left, and they have 45 seconds to get themselves into the field goal range.
That is the longest field goal in UFL history by Nick Novak. The most famous field goal by Graham Gano last year in overtime to win the UFL title for the Locos, but that's the longest right there. Novak with the 54-yarder. Empty backfield, 1st and 10 at the 33 for Tim Rattay. He'll go over the middle and pick up a few yards, but again, the clock continues to tick away. That's Brian Hernandez making the catch.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
And Kewan Ratliff making the hit, 2nd and 5 at the 38.
Hakeem Hill with the carry.
Hakeem Hill carries. And a timeout called by Vegas. They still have one more with 23 seconds to go, and the ball out around their own 48-yard line, or 44-yard line. So they still have a ways to go.
With one timeout remaining, you still have an opportunity to throw the ball over the middle. And that's the place that's going to be open. What they're trying to do, Florida, is to keep you from getting out of bounds with the ball. So that middle usually comes open. It's a little bit late coming open, but it does come open.
There's a second differential between our clock, by the way, 22, and what we're seeing on the scoreboard, 23. And we know how big a second can be.
I trust our guys.
I'm going with us with 22 seconds. Now remember, Parker Douglas missing a field goal attempt of about 36 yards earlier. He's made one and missed one for the Locos as well.
The Locos drive initially 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Maybe bring number 55, former Buffalo Bill Paul McGuire, back into action. 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Rattay looking, throwing over the middle, incomplete. And 18 seconds to go on the clock.
Well, that I said the middle is open, and it comes open a little bit late, but it was Hernandez was there. Just take a look. Watch the middle open up. Here comes Hernandez across. Really, there isn't anybody there with him.
Now J.R. Reed late coming into the picture, number 32 there. 2nd and 10 at the 43. 18 ticks remaining here in the first half. Rattay under pressure, slings it out dangerously there, as coming up and getting a hand on it, and almost a little more, was Jerome Carter, the safety, who had 2 interceptions last season for the Locos.
And this pass, Rattay is almost in the grasp. You don't throw this thing away. If you're going to throw it away, throw it out of bounds.
11 seconds to go. Yeah, Rattay, it's not like he hasn't done this before. You wonder about the choice on that. Instead, they'll keep this on the ground. Perhaps the last play of the first half, as Hakeem Hill will carry it out to midfield. And that is the end of the first half. The Locos jumped off to a 10-0 lead. Florida comes back with 17 points in the second quarter, and they go to the locker room with a 17-10 lead over the homestanding Las Vegas Locos. And a real interesting call as well that happened along the way. Michael Hugh, the president, the commissioner rather, of the United Football League, will be joining us at halftime. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that as well, as Jim Fossil and his team try to regroup headed to the locker room.
Well, one of the things that really is not a surprise to us, Kenny, is a few injuries that have already occurred. And we're going to find out about Las Vegas and their defense, how that's going to affect them, because they basically lost 3 of their starting defensive players.
Let's check in now with Paul on the sideline.
Coach Gruden, how fortunate do you feel to have the lead after your team climbed out of a 10-0 hole, but after that illegal blitz call following the fumble at the goal line in particular?
Well, I feel good. Anytime you have a lead at halftime against the defending champs at their place, we're happy. I got to take this as like our first preseason game, the first half. Second half, I want us to come out smoking on offense. I think defense doing outstanding, rushing the passer and playing run. We just got to come out, put it all together on offense. We'll be fine.
What's your biggest concern heading to the locker room?
Nothing. I'm excited for these guys. Just got to calm them down, get them some Gatorade, let them come out here and play the second half with some intensity and take care of business.
All right, good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Kenny?
Thanks, Paul. Jay Gruden. No concerns right now. Life is good. My first time as a head coach outdoors. My team comes from a 10-0 deficit. They're leading the reigning champs 17-10. Halftime activities coming up when we come back live to Las Vegas.
It's an HDNet Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere.
Hell, Nashville, and good evening.
And My Chemical Romance.
HDNet Sunday Concerts. Live life loud.
Las Vegas, it's 17-10 here at halftime in favor of Florida over the homestanding Locos as they begin their title defense tonight. This is the first of what will be 8 regular season games this year, with a 5-team United Football League in the second season. Let's go inside now and hear what is going on in the Florida Tuskers locker room.
I think they're worried about Willie. They're playing that weekend. All right.
All this was just 3 jets.
No, center was going banging off.
I know where we're going, but unless you give it a pretty tough look. Too high, I can come back in the box. We just got to make sure our back knows that we're banging ours, so he knows that his.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of shit.
That's all. He didn't know we were going out there.
It's no big deal. We got it. Just make sure now your communications back in here, the wheel blocks, you guys are looking for it. Okay? If you just point them out, you're going to stay in the box. Stay with your rules.
Well, it might keep
Because we're defending most of the time. Because of the formation, we can't tell whether it's nickel.
Well, I think one thing's for sure. Football guys are always going to be a little leery when you got a live camera in a locker room. You saw Brooks Bollinger. I think he was kind of most to say, hey, give us some space here, which we respect, but also that's part of the deal with the UFL. They want you to get up close and personal. That's good.
Well, they got one of their own crews there, too, so they got two crews in the locker room.
They got crews everywhere, yeah.
Everybody's in. But I'll tell you what, I was very, very much impressed with the first half, the way Florida came back, and the way Vegas hung on. I mean, Vegas has lost 3 of their starting defensive guys, and that's not good.
And one of the most interesting of the injuries was Teddy Lehman, who is back with the team after being released by Jacksonville, makes the interception. It's the only touchdown scored here by the Locos, and somewhere in the process, we don't think on that play, but he's injured his ribs probably before that play. So he's been out. Turnbull as well, one of the key members of the secondary. And then things really turned around, though, in the second quarter. Bollinger found his rhythm. He was throwing the ball more, Paul, and it seemed like when they're throwing a little more, it almost sets up the run better.
Well, that's what they did last year, and they were so successful. They went, again, during the regular season, they went 6-0 with Bollinger throwing the ball, became the most valuable player in the league. And saying that, they've got some, excellent running backs, and it just showed where Dominic Rhodes, it showed his experience. Now, again, we're not making excuses for these guys and for the first game, but you got to understand something, folks. They have no preseason games. They've only been practicing against themselves for, 6 weeks or so?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we knew that when they came out tonight, they're going to really hit each other, but we didn't know how long the stamina was going to be and how, that there would be injuries, and there have been, and that's the sad part about it.
And also maybe a rule change will come out of this. We'll talk. Yesterday we welcomed Paul Crane in, and we were having a meeting with Ron Kruk, and we're all sitting there, and Hank Lean, our director, our executive producer extraordinaire, Darrell Ewalt's in there, and we talked about this blitz rule, which is a good rule because you have only a certain amount of quarterbacks anyway. You don't want these guys getting hurt unnecessarily. So the blitz rule is a limited blitz rule, I think you could call it, couldn't you, Paul? We explained that some, and we said we didn't have any controversy last year. Certainly we did here in what looked like a fumble for Florida, but instead they get the ball back, and Dominic Rhodes goes in for the second touchdown. Maybe that'll come some kind of revision once you get inside the 5-yard line. Throw that away because it's hard not to have 7-8 guys in the box.
Well, just to be honest with you, so you know that the flag was called from upstairs, not from on the field, and that's where this controversy comes in. Now, the blitz rule is you can only send 6 guys. That's on passing plays, now not on running plays, because you can't ask the defense to sit back and not blitz on the goal line. My God, they had 9, 10 guys on the line of scrimmage. They've got to come to try to stop the play. It was a perfect play by Las Vegas. They did the right thing. It was a bad call.
Well, we've also seen Dominic Rhodes make his impact. He's caught a touchdown tonight. He's run for a touchdown. We'll take a look at highlights and talk to the commissioner when we come back live to Las Vegas.
Sure, we pick up the zone blitz. Weak side linebacker. Who's got him? Who's got the Sam linebacker when he comes?
We got to pick this up now. Here we go. Flank right. F flag.
Yeah, boy. Get him. Get him.
The United Football League. If you like great football, you'll love the UFL.
Hey guys, Kara Zavaleta here, your host of HDNet's original series Get Out, part of HDNet's Guys Night In.
If you want it, come get it. Come get it.
So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Every Thursday and Saturday night, we offer the craziest and most hilarious programming you will ever see on television.
We love the competition. We love sweat. We love the party.
Everything from gorgeous bathing beauties to some of the most hilarious stories from around the world.
What's wrong? Why are you grabbing your butt?
Mom, if you're watching this, please don't get upset.
Come on.
And let's not forget, the night ends with unrated programming that is hot, hot, and oh so hot, baby.
There's double rainbow.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's double rainbow.
High five up here.
Yeah, she's a delicious lady.
It's time to do it.
So join me, Kara Zavaleta, every Thursday and Saturday night on HDNet's Guys Night In. Sure to be one hell of a good time.
17-10 in favor of the Tuskers over the Locos here at halftime. And Las Vegas jumping out to a 10-0 lead, and then Florida coming back with 17 points to take the lead over the reigning champs. Kenny Rice, Paul McGuire, glad that you're here with us. What a way to start. We expected this to be one of back and forth and some tension. I mean, these are the two best teams of a year ago trying to establish themselves early.
And we thought, you know, right off the bat that Las Vegas really had the best defense in the league last year. And here they are now. They started out just trying to get some turnovers. That was just an outstanding play. And then they're really going after the ball. And you know, when you look at Lehman here on this interception, you mentioned before, he hurt his ribs well before this play even happened. After this, scored a touchdown and went in the locker room.
Teddy Lehman made it 7-0. It eventually was 10-0 after a Parker Douglas field goal. Bollinger gets in trouble in the second quarter, and who bails him out? One of the new guys in the backfield, Dominic Rhodes.
And there's Dominic Rhodes again. Now here's the really controversial call. But there was a touchdown right before this play. There was a fumble. Rhodes lost the ball. They gave it back to Florida, and then on that play he scores a touchdown. So he has the 2 touchdowns for Florida.
And Brooks Bollinger, off to a slow start, but he's felt some heat all throughout this game.
You notice that every one of these guys that are nailing them are linebackers. they've got a great linebacker core.
And we take a look at the stats, about even in rushing yards. And that's really, I'm thinking something that they're pretty happy with. That Kayson's come on, done his job. Rhodes has done well, also being able to catch something. The total yards, you see 141, the passing yards for Florida over the Locos. Each team with a turnover, and each team able to capitalize on that turnover.
I think that's the important fact when you talk about a turnover. What do you do with it after you get the ball? And these guys turned it into 7 points, both teams.
And they've done it well.
Oh yeah, I'm very impressed with what we're seeing, because again we're seeing them for the very first time playing the game. And like Coach Gruden said, I'm considering this as our first preseason game. Now the first preseason game ended at halftime. Now our season starts. Let's go back out and show us what we can do. And I did love what he said to Paul on the way off the field. He said, "Hey, you know, what do you need to do? What concerns you going into the locker room?" He said, "Nothing."
No worries for the coach leading at halftime. And Brian, we'll hear from Jim Fossil. He might have a few concerns. When we come back, Commissioner Hugh will join us here in Las Vegas. At halftime, it's 17-10, Tuskers with the lead.
Greetings, America. If you wear UFL gear, you'll never look this good. Most of us will never look this good. But if you wear UFL gear, you're gonna look good.
UFL jerseys, caps, tees, and more are available now. Go to buyufl.com. The United Football League. If you like great football, you'll love the UFL.
Fresh. Bathing beauty.
He knows just how to capture the moment. The beaches here, incredibly beautiful.
Beautiful. Amazing backdrops.
If I could describe it, I would say heaven on earth.
Heaven on earth. Natural.
I just enjoy life.
Enjoy life. New and different. Bikini Destinations. A fresh new season starts October 7th at 10 p.m. Eastern, only on HDNet.
Oh, Canada, are you ready for some local flavor? I love being sexy and pretty, but I also like to get on the beach and we roll around in the sand, get wet and dirty, and it's a lot of fun.
You can see it and you can feel it.
There's so much Canada has to offer, from beaches to lakes. It's amazing. So it's going to be really, really hot. I love the fact that I'm here and I'm able to do the things that I love doing.
A fresh new season of Get Out Canada starts October 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Live here in Las Vegas, United Football League action on HDNet. It's the Florida Tuskers 17 and the reigning champs, the Las Vegas Locos 10. We welcome you back here at Sam Boyd Stadium, and we welcome in Commissioner Michael Hugh as he gets ready for his second year of looking over the league. And I want to ask you, Mr. Commissioner, when we're all talking about a year ago, Michael, and we're getting ready for the first game, and everybody was a little concerned and curious and all the above, what do you think a year later now about the league?
Well, we're excited. I think the fact that we're here for our second year speaks volumes. I think we've established ourselves in the professional football community playing in the fall. We've got a better caliber player, and I think the fans are really warming up to this league.
It's been a league that has expanded. You've got Virginia coming up next year. Next week, we're going to be in Omaha. And two franchises that made moves. New York goes up to Hartford. They had a win today and a great crowd. And then California, looking for a home, finds one in Sacramento.
Well, I think the key is to be in non-NFL markets. We're trying to be responsive to what we're hearing from fans. The markets that don't have NFL teams, and there are a number of them, really want professional football. That's where we're going to be.
Michael, you said one thing before we went on the air, that we're getting quality players now.
Yeah.
We had quality players last year. And now guys are calling and saying, "Hey, wait a minute! I want to come over and I want to play." Not just because they're not going to get in the National Football League, but the problem is they're not going to sit around and wait. They want to come and play some football.
Yeah, you know, everybody says, is this league a developmental league? This league provides exposure. Most of our players have 3 or 4 years of NFL experience, but they don't get an opportunity to take snaps. That's what this league's about. It gives them a chance to take snaps and let the other NFL clubs see what they can do.
I like the fact that even last year when you started this whole thing and when we all talked, it was never a question about do these guys want to go to the National Football League? We are not going to stop them from going there. This is, this is part of it. This is what the main thing is about. These guys want to go there. Okay, if they do, go. But we will find other players.
Exactly. 40 players went last year. 43 already went this year before we even started our season. So the reality is when the NFL is looking for players, this is really the place they come.
And you expand again, 8 games this year in the regular season, 5 teams, and 8 teams coming next year. Virginia, we know about.
Yeah, we're adding 2 new teams. Los Angeles, one of the markets we're very interested in, obviously, and again, a market that doesn't have an NFL team. Portland, St. Louis, and Salt Lake City are the ones we're really considering, and we've gotten a lot of interest from a lot of markets.
And one thing I'm sure is a little different this year, you probably don't have to say I'm with the United Football League, and here's what it is. People have found out. And hopefully we played a part in it with Versus and everybody else.
Yeah, your broadcast has been great, and we're really proud to have you guys. Mark Cuban has been a supporter and owner in this league, and it's really been a great partnership.
Hey, it's great to have you up here. Thank you very much, Michael. We look forward to seeing you many times this season.
Yeah, thank you.
Commissioner Michael Hugh, let's go down on the field to Ron Kruk.
Thanks, Kenny, with head coach Jim Fossil. Coach, huge turn of events on the goal line. Looks like your defense recovers a fumble. Officials overturned that, saying it was an illegal blitz. What was the referee's explanation?
Said you can't rush more than 6 guys, which that's a rule, but not on rundowns and not on the goal line. And they got it wrong. They are totally wrong.
Coach, your offense seems to be a little bit out of sync. Evaluate their performance.
Well, we're too inconsistent. We're running the ball good, then we don't. Protection has been very inconsistent, so we'll do a few different things right now.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Kenny, back upstairs.
All right, thanks, Ron. As we get ready to start the second half, Michael Ray Garvin stands back for the Locos. Nick Novak, who set a UFL record with a 54-yard field goal, will kick off. He booms at it to the end zone, and for the second time, Garvin will take the touchback, and Tim Rattay and the guys go on attack from the 20-yard line. Rattay, 7 of 14, 48 yards in that first half.
And he's got to settle down and just, I think, take his time a little bit more. He's kind of rushing the ball. These guys are getting open. He came into here. He's got some excellent receivers on his football team. Now, we haven't heard back whether Sammy Parker is okay or not.
Pressure on there again, throws, and it's in and out of the hands of Brian Hernandez, one of those sure-handed receivers who was protected and brought back from last season. But a flag is on the play. John Bible heading up the officiating crew.
15-yard penalty, first down.
Boykin.
That's against McKinley Boykin. Let's go to Ron for an update.
Kenny, an injury update, several injury updates really from the Las Vegas ER. Teddy Lehman, the good news is the x-rays were negative. He has no fracture, but he will not return to the game. Wide receiver Sammy Parker, x-rays were negative on him as well. His return is questionable, and they were checking out Marcel Shipp, his right arm. They said he's good to go, so he should be back in the game. Kenny?
Thanks, Ron. 1st and 10 at the 35 after that penalty. Hakeem Hill moves into the slot. Rattay throwing, and it's complete, just shy of a first down. Tab Perry making the grab.
Rattay's pass complete to number 13.
Saw McKinley Boykin with that personal foul penalty. He's going to the sideline. He's one of the guys that protected. The league could protect 20 players this year, and so Boykin was a protected guy, and all of a sudden they knock on the door, an intern for Coach Gruden, and says, hey, give us your playbook back. You're out of here. There was confusion. It was the roommate. It wasn't Boykin.
That's right.
Maybe right now he's thinking maybe I should take that back after that personal foul. On 2nd and 1 at the 44. They'll keep it on the ground and come up short as Hill is brought down by Chris Harrington.
Did you notice, though, when Boykin had the personal foul, he went off the field, and then when Eric Powell, earlier in the first quarter, when he had a personal foul, he went off the field right away. They take him out of the game. But here's some outstanding play by
Sauvé
made the tackle.
3rd down and 1 yard to go.
No gain, 3rd and 1 at the 44.
Nothing. You get nothing. Absolutely nothing. You get absolutely nothing.
Reister moving over on the ground and straight up the middle, and they're going to come well short of the first down.
All I kept hearing through my headset was from the field, you're going to get nothing, absolutely nothing. You're getting nothing. I don't know what we're saying it, but they got nothing.
And whoever said it was prophetic.
That's right.
Because Hakeem Hill got nothing.
He got nothing.
And it's going to bring up 4th and 1 at the 44. And Danny Bogger will come out to kick it away.
On to punt for the Locos, number 8, Danny Bogger.
That was a good series for the Florida defense after that 15-yard personal foul penalty. And standing back is Avian Kaysen. And he will await the kick. Whistle before.
Delay a game.
Delay, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That moves Bogger back 5 yards.
I'll tell you, that interview with Coach Fossil, was he upset about that call down on the goal line? It really did. It gave Florida a touchdown.
Avian Kaysen, he is deep to return for Florida.
Would be tied.
Bogger lifts it high. Nice kick. Standing back at the 9 and taking the fair catch is Kaysen. And we have another flag. A 52-yard kick for Bogger. And let's see if that's going against Vegas, maybe for interfering.
Direction, that fair catch was made at the 10.
Bogger's had a couple of good kicks tonight.
A 51-yard punt for Bogger with no return.
There is no foul on the play.
Okay, no foul. They'll start at their own 10-yard line, will Florida, when we come back. Tuskers leading 17-10.
I'm Andre Dixon, running back from the Hartford Colonials.
What a hit. He dives in for the score.
I go to UFL-football.com for team news, player profiles, apparel, stats, and anything else UFL related.
Visit UFL-football.com for the latest information on your favorite UFL players. The United Football League. If you like great football, you'll love the UFL.
building a tradition.
The only way to win is to have that team chemistry.
There's nothing going to be given to you. You got to work for everything.
A winning attitude.
I'll do anything it takes to win.
Laying it on the line.
Coach really believes in what I can do. I just got to go out there and do it.
It's all out or get off the field.
It don't matter how you play one week. You got to play like that every week.
The UFL on HDNet, Hartford and Omaha. Coverage begins live Friday night, 7:30 Eastern, only on HDNet.
Why am I yelling at you with a hammer? It's because I just tapped the cask. That's good cask ale. If you like beer, if you like drinking, let's talk about sex. Oh, God. If you like America, join me as I tour the nation with one goal in mind. Let's make it an easier world to drink in. Watch my show, right, Steve? Right. Drinking made easy.
Premiering Wednesday, October 6th on HDNet.
The United Football League on HDNet is presented by RotoHog, award-winning fantasy sports. By Cutters, no other glove performs like this. And just off the Vegas Strip out at Sam Boyd Stadium, the Tuskers on offense with 12:23 to go here in the third quarter, just getting this second half underway. They lead 17-10. Brooks Bollinger started off a little slow, felt some pressure, but came on strong. Posiak in the game, going in motion number 80. They will keep it on the ground and get a few yards there, maybe a couple of yards on that play. As Kaysen makes the carry and Malone makes the tackle.
You know, it's really nice to you look at Florida in their offensive backfield. They have two good guys that can run the football, Rhodes and Kaysen. And these guys, and when this young man Maurice Hicks gets back, then they're going to have the three-headed monster.
Hankton in motion, was banged up earlier, obviously back in there. They'll go with Kaysen right up the middle on 2nd and 7 and pick up a couple more yards before C.J. Wallace makes the tackle. Picks up 3 on that.
Well, you got Devlin, who number 40 is the fullback. It's an outstanding block just to the left of the play, and it allowed Kaysen to cut back a little bit and pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
3rd and 4, Florida 5 for 8 on third downs tonight. Bollinger has a man open and finds it for a first down. Bollinger right on the money and throwing that right in front of Trey Young, and it's Kaysen out of the backfield making the catch. And we've already seen a total different look to this team, Paul, than a year ago. You didn't see guys coming out of the backfield that often making grabs.
And you wouldn't see Bollinger looking at a back coming out of the backfield. They talked about Kaysen, about what excellent hands he has, but he just sets it up right at the 20-yard line, knows where the first down marker is, and that is so important for players to know where you are on the field.
And on 1st and 10, back to the running game, and Kaysen again going over the left side, picking up a couple of more yards. As you said, Maurice Hicks banged up, not playing tonight, but he will be back in the lineup for Florida, expected to be back when they go on the road to Sacramento next week.
Well, and you're looking at here, you have Kaysen that's in there on 4 plays, and he 5 yards to go. Pass, he catches the ball 3 other times on the run, and now he goes and gets a break. You bring Dominic Rhodes in.
2nd and 5 at the 27. And it is Rhodes' turn to carry the ball and run right into Ezra Butler, who was there waiting. That was some hard going.
Dominic Rhodes, the ball carrier.
Well, you look at linebackers, and Ezra Rhodes is another. Ezra Butler is another one of those guys. Watch, he just closes, bang, he's there. They close so fast that when you're trying to make a cut back in, if I'm cutting, I'm cutting out. I ain't cutting in.
3rd and 4 at the 28 of the Tuskers. Bollinger sips this one, and it is incomplete. Are they going to call that a fumble? With the ball right now is Wally Dada. No whistle. It possibly is the Vegas ball, and the referee and the officials say it is. Tough break there for Bollinger. He was on the money with the pass. A good hit. The ball came loose, and Wally Dada comes up with it, and great field position for Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, Wally Dada, he gets the credit for it, but that ball, you talk about that ball come flying out. Now the catch is made, and once you have control of the ball and you take a football, basically it is a football move, they're challenging this. Just take a look at this little throw. First down is there. Boom, boom. And that's Hankton. I mean, that.
Trey Young hit Hankton.
Here it comes. Now just take a look. He's got the ball in his hands. He's making a move. Boy, you know.
That's close. Hankton had it. Maybe Young certainly put the hit on him, and Dada came up.
I'm going to say this thing is incomplete, and I'll tell you why. Because as Hankton is getting the ball, he's starting to put the ball away. He doesn't have control of it. And just at that moment, well, this look from right here is, no, I like the other one from the backside, the look where the ball, he's just trying to put it away. He never had total control of this ball. And I think they're going to overrule this.
I think so, too. Gruden is challenging it naturally, and I think he may come out in front on this.
Watch this. Now, Hankton, ball's there. He's just trying to put it away, and just as he doesn't have it tucked in. The ball is knocked out.
I think it's an incomplete pass.
Not going to make these people in these stands happy if they do that incomplete pass. They're going to have to. They would have to punt anyway. But I really don't think he had it. You must have control of the football.
Cortez Hankton. Waiting to see. There's Paul Crane asking Jay Gruden.
Are you concerned about anything now?
Let's go into Paul. Paul, I'm sure Gruden thinks he's got a great argument.
Yes, he does. Just talked to Jay Gruden. He said he never had the ball, never had control of it, so he threw the flag. He said it's going to be incomplete.
I agree with him, but they may not.
They're seeing what we're seeing right now, the officials.
Yes, and they got to see that he doesn't have control of the football. Again, Florida, if it's incomplete pass, they're gonna have to punt the ball away anyway. But I'll tell you what, this takes the ball from the 24-yard line and lets Florida get a punt. Watch this. That ball does not have. He doesn't have control of the ball.
The receiver had possession of the ball with 2 feet on the ground. Therefore, the call is confirmed. It's a fumble and a recovery by Las Vegas.
One other reason why we are never going to get a referee.
Florida is charged with a timeout.
It is Hartwell coming over to wrap him up, and Young hit him head on, and he was sandwiched in there, and the ball's loose.
Well, first of all, the official is in behind on that play, but if you take a look at it, and they say 2 feet on the ground, wrong. The right foot is never on the ground when the ball is starting to come out, so he never does get 2 feet on the ground. Unless he's got another foot somewhere I don't know about.
Well, here's a great opportunity now for Tim Rattay. 1st and 10 at the 24 of Florida. They've already been able to turn 1 turnover into 7. What will they do here? Lone setback. Running hard is Marcel Shipp. Hard but short yardage on the right side. And we have a player down. It's Patrick Chukwira.
He's getting. Chukwira is number 56, and he's coming down the line of scrimmage. Boy, he takes a shot right in the head. Marcel Shipp's left arm hit him in the head, and I just think he got dazed. Look at, you can. When the crew comes on the field, you have to go off for at least one play.
2nd and 10 at the 24. Rattay. Under pressure, overthrowing Bergen.
I'll tell you, I admire your courage, Mr. Rattay, but you watch this. He stands in there for a long time, and he's waiting and waiting and waiting, and then he just takes a shot. McCargill.
And it's Brian Sauvé, who's been very active here tonight as well, Paul.
Oh. Yeah, both of McCargill and Sauvé. I mean, one of them's bad enough, but when both of them nail you.
So now Vegas taking over on that fumble, and they capitalize it all. It's 3rd and 10 at the 24. Las Vegas 3 for 9 on the night on 3rd down conversions. A good average if you're playing baseball.
Timeout, Las Vegas. That's their first charge timeout of the half.
And Vegas wants a timeout. It'll be 3rd and 10. Jim Fossil will come up with something for Tim Rattay when we come back.
Head to Japan for one of the world's elite organizations. First, Sakuraba takes on Jason Mayhem Miller. Then, top 10 light heavyweight Gegard Mousasi sets his sights on becoming the next champion. And Joachim Hansen looks for a return to glory. Plus, top 5 lightweight Shinya Aoki, all on the network with more MMA events than any other channel. Dream 16, live late night Friday at 11 p.m. Pacific on HDNet, your home for MMA.
This one could be epic.
I just, I love challenging myself. There's nothing better than someone saying, you can't do that. Watch me.
Remember what you said when we first met. My worst regret. Now one day soon, you'll call my name. So have no shame, nothing remains. I won't back down this time around.
I think it takes some big balls to kind of step up. That's as real as television gets. You're walking around with the toughest guys on the planet. Do you ever feel insecure? I'm a dream maker, man, but I will crush too. We're supposed to be warriors.
We break it all down only on Inside MMA.
That's a lot of power there, right at you.
I think you're going to go into cardiac arrest after that one. Back in Las Vegas, 17-10. Florida is leading with 8:28 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Florida fumbles it. Las Vegas gets it and looked like they were in great position at the 24 of the Tuskers, but here it is now 3rd and 10 at the 24. The numbers on Tim Rattay making his first start since he was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2006. So limited time behind J.P. Lossman last year in that championship drive. And his team now 3 for 9 on 3rd down conversions. Thurman at the top of your screen. Rattay throwing in the end zone for it all. Touchdown, Tad Perry. Beautiful play. Rattay to Tad Perry, 24 yards for the score.
Pass interference, defense number 24, penalties declined, touchdown.
Darius Bennett all over Perry. It didn't matter.
Here's a guy that last year had 11 catches. He averaged almost 18 yards a catch, and he had 1 touchdown. This man is 6'3". They got him one-on-one on the outside on Bennett, and just look where that ball is thrown. He's not in bounds.
And they're going to challenge that as Parker Douglas lines up to kick, and Jay Gruden has another challenge there.
He doesn't have any part of his body that's in bounds. That's number one. At pass interference, if it's inside the goal line, it's going to be brought to the 1-yard line anyway. But as far as the touchdown is concerned,
Florida's challenging the ruling on the field of touchdown.
Now let us also explain
exactly the push. If it's a contact of carrying him out of bounds is going to be the question here, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, it is, but he doesn't come down in bounds. But let me just tell you where the decision is made. You know, when you see the official, the referees, and they go over and they go underneath whatever they go under, and they get just to get the phone. That's where the phone is, underneath. They are not looking at this. The referee is not making this decision. The decision on this play is made upstairs in the booth. Now just take a look. Here's the ball. Here's the ball. They call pass interference. He doesn't get either foot even close to being in bounds. Now pass interference is already done, so that means that they're going to get the ball at the 1. But they cannot give this one a kick. That was just going easy. Hang up. I'll give it to you. Here, let me get my phone out. Hang up.
Do you have John Bible's number?
I got it. But again, the decision is not his. It's made upstairs, folks.
After review, the receiver only had 1 foot down in bounds. The second one came down on the white. But we do have pass interference on the play. So it'll be pass interference and first down for Las Vegas.
No touchdown, but the drive stays alive with a first down because of the pass interference penalty.
You know what? I like to go. I'm going to go after the game and meet the guy that's reviewing this. Tell me where he's got 1 foot in bounds. Where is 1 foot in bounds? That one's out of bounds. That one's way out of bounds. The second foot's on the white. Must be cloudy in that booth. You think?
Well, it's very hot here today, and it could be. It is rather steamy. They're asking the question about could the pylon be part of inbounds?
It doesn't matter. He's out of bounds.
He's out of bounds because of the 1 foot. So let's just clear it up. Anyway, it is first goal at the 1 yard line. Rattay flips it out. This one's in for a touchdown. No hesitation. The fullback, Bobby Rome, who fought his way to a starting job in the camp, calls it in for his first touchdown. And the Locos don't give up. They hang in, and Tim Rattay gets his touchdown pass to the former North Carolina star Rome.
I just like the call. The call is so good because they're trying to cover everybody else, all the good receivers on the team. I'm not saying the Rome is not a good receiver, but the fullback, watch, he just sneaks out. They're not even paying attention to him. Nice play.
Parker Douglas for the extra point. Trying to tie this game. And he does. 17-17. Las Vegas, 4 plays, 24 yards. It took 142, and they were held by a pass interference call. Tim Rattay to the rookie Bobby Rome. 17-17 here in the third.
This stuff is good.
Breaking open the crust, it was like a treasure.
I think it's kind of the zest to it. Have you tried this? I love them. This is really good.
That's good.
This is the real deal. This is the stuff that we eat.
I absolutely love Crunch and Munch.
My whole family loves Hebrew National.
I love Peter Pan.
I absolutely
They love it.
My sons love it.
I love
My kids love it.
Oh, I love it.
My family's love it.
I love it.
English prisoners, time is short. All men will work. This is only just.
2 men on opposite sides.
Since you refuse to abide by the laws of the civilized world, we must consider ourselves absolved from our duty to obey you.
Become allies with a common objective.
Can you finish the bridge in time?
Frankly, the consensus of opinion is that it's impossible.
Winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, David Lean.
It's against the rules. Do not speak to me of rules. This is war.
Voted one of the greatest films of all time.
Don't you see, it's a matter of principle. If we give in now, there'll be no end to it.
Variety called it an artistic triumph.
What we're doing could be construed as collaboration with the enemy. You're defeated, but you have no shame. You are stubborn, but have no pride. I hate the British.
The Bridge on the River Kwai. Monday at 9 on HDNet.
Tied up at 17 all here in Las Vegas. Paul, there's certain adages that'll always apply in sports. You got to make your free throws in basketball. Walks will come back to haunt you in baseball. And if you make turnovers, it's going to change the complexion of a football game. It did for Vegas there. Turnover, Florida. Vegas marches right in, only 24 yards out.
And every coach tells every player that handles the ball, starting with the quarterback, protect the football. That is the one thing that you must do.
J.R. Reed stands back to receive the kick. Reed led the nation and kick returns when he was at South Florida. Comes out across the 20. Leaps his way to around the 27, and he's forced out there. J.R. Reed, a comeback story this year. Fourth-round pick of the Eagles, played with them a couple of stints, and had a bizarre injury in 07. He was jumping a fence, kind of routine, the backyard of his home, and had nerve damage done to his leg and his ankle, and was a graduate assistant last year at his alma mater, South Florida, before coming back this year and earning a starting spot in the secondary for the Tuskers. Here comes Brooks Bollinger. There's his numbers tonight. A touchdown and, yes, a turnover that led to 7 points. And they'll keep it on the ground. And it's Kaysen, the ball carrier. He has been a workhorse tonight. Ed Hartwell makes the tackle.
You know, I like Kaysen. I mean, there's not a lot of jiggle in him. He just, when he gets the ball, he's going straight forward. He's getting as much as he possibly can. You know, you look at it and you say, well, okay, that's a 4 or 5 yard gain. But he doesn't dance. He just plays the play that's called. And depends on his offensive line, and they give him the blocking.
Picks up 4, makes it 2nd and 6 at the 30. Play action, Bollinger. Over the middle, complete. Nice play by Bollinger, and he hits the rookie Calvin Russell. He's the guy that made this team to a tryout. 400 show up in June. He was so impressive, especially with his 4.3 speed. They said, come back, we got to take a closer look at you. And he's in the starting lineup and hauls in that 22-yard pass. And oh, Bollinger.
He takes a shot. I tell you, Bollinger, you talk about courage. He stood in there and just put the ball where it had to be. Boy, Russell has some speed, though, man.
And Bollinger saw that play through the eye hole there, didn't he? Through the ear hole became the eye hole. 1st and 10 at the 48. Bollinger again to the air, complete to Hankton. And Hankton's brought down by Chris Griffin is in there along with Isaiah Trufant.
You know, you just watch Bollinger throw the ball, and he's got great touch. The throw over the middle, just over the linebackers, in front of the safeties. And then that was to Russell. Then he turns around and the fast quick hitch to Hankton. So he gets the ball out fast, and he's got enough patience to wait on guys making a play in the middle.
Hankton, nice evening. 5 catches so far, 2nd and 5 up to the 43. Bollinger, plenty of time, and overthrows his man. He had him wide open in Galen Stone, who is the rookie out of Saginaw Valley State in Michigan. 6'2" backup tight end. They're very high on him as one of those talented young guys they're bringing in.
Why is it that when I say somebody has great touch and all these things, look at this, Stone is wide open. I mean, and he just couldn't get up in the air to get the ball. He is 6'2". He stretched that out, but that ball should have been thrown in a better spot.
3rd and 5 at the 43. Florida, 60% right now. 6 for 10, 3rd down conversions. In motion, Maurice Price. Bollinger back, throwing, and it's incomplete, intended for Huey Whitaker.
Bollinger's pass intended for number 15, Huey Whitaker. That's incomplete. Bring up 4th down.
And on 4th down, here comes Ken Parrish to punt it away.
No, on that play there, Bollinger just had plenty of time. There was nobody rushing, not even anybody close to him. He didn't have to throw that ball that fast.
Brian Hernandez stands back at the 10. A lot of air under that. Hernandez will wisely back off and let it go inside the 10-yard line. And that's where it will start. Jay Gruden, first game as a head coach outdoors. His team in a battle.
It's an HDNet Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere.
Hello, Nashville, and good evening. Make some noise. Foreigner. You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. Ooh, yeah. You know you want it. Hot blooded, check it and see. Got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, do you do more
Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere. Foreigner, Can't Slow Down. Rockin' at the Ryman. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern. HDNet Sunday Concerts brings the biggest events in music right to your living room.
The Rolling Stones. Green Day. Welcome to Paradise. Foreigner. And My Chemical Romance.
HDNet Sunday Concerts. Live life loud.
Tied at 17 here in Las Vegas. 5:46 to go in the third quarter. This the opening weekend of the second United Football League season here on HDNet. 21 of the 34 points in this game, the result of turnovers, starting with this interception by Teddy Lehman and taking it in for the first score for Vegas.
You know, that's the defense is usually that much further ahead than the offense is, but these are just great shots. That one there is a turnover, but I never thought it was. The one that Hankton dropped or got stripped.
And you see there, Florida has 7 points on a turnover. Vegas 2 touchdowns on their turnover. 1st and 10 for Las Vegas, operating from their own 8, trying to get a little breathing room. And when in doubt again, you go to Adam Bergen, who makes the third big catch. McGargle makes the tackle.
15-yard penalty, first down.
And a huge penalty there. Roughing the passer is going to be called on Langston Moore.
Now wait a minute, where he didn't even hit the quarterback. He hit the blocker into the quarterback.
Well, it moves it out to the 29-yard line.
Hey.
1st and 10 at the 29. Empty backfield for Rattay. Drills it complete up to the 35-yard line. Bergen making the catch once again, and McGargle is there to bring it down.
Well, they went the first play today. Backfield totally, and what happens then, it puts McGargle, 59, who is the middle linebacker, on the tight end, and it's just a total mismatch. You've got a guy 6'4", and even McGargle, he's only 6 feet tall, so you got a tight end coming down, and he's wide open. You got a linebacker on him that just can't stay with him.
Pick up 6, 2nd and 4. Crossing pattern, and what a hit! Thurman was leveled by Odell Thurman. Andre Thurman meet Odell Thurman.
Well, I'll tell you what, Odell Thurman, you talk about perfect timing. You better make sure your head's not in that helmet. But I'll tell you what,
lost a few players that way over the years.
Man, this is a shot. Watch Odell Thurman, number 52, time this thing absolutely perfect. Bam! I mean, that shoulder in the chest. And then he came up. That was a legal hit.
Outstanding defense by the captain of that unit, Odell Thurman.
I would make him the general.
And a fumble, and that was called. Bollinger with it, throwing now, and Hankton hauls it in. Thurman hit it, calls it a fumble, and Bollinger goes to work quickly.
But Dada's on the outside, and he's just trying to stay with Hankton. This ball is thrown up in the air and short. You'd see Hankton go up in the air. Dada goes down in a hurry.
And by the way,
I never saw the fumble.
Did you think that was a fumble? Quickly, though, Florida goes to work. Bollinger gets it, makes that 33-yard pass, 1st and goal at the 7. And Florida trying to take advantage now for the second time tonight of a turnover. Bollinger, play action, flushed out looking, and wisely unloading.
And Alfred Malone wisely unloaded on Bollinger.
Let's go back now and see. This is ruled a
fumble.
catch.
1
and a
2.
fumble.
He's got the ball.
He's got it. That was a call.
That is an excellent call.
And Thurman is leveled by Thurman. So the big hit, the great defensive play Made by Odell Thurman. Rhodes looking for blockers. Stacked up. Brandon Moore brings him down.
Gruden got his offense right on the field right away, and he didn't want anybody to throw a flag.
He did.
Yeah, because these guys haven't made a call right yet.
And Fossil's a savvy guy, so it happened right down there on his sideline. So he knew that he didn't make a challenge. Fossil's seen a lot, so you figure if he's not going to make a challenge on it.
Well, and the other thing is, which he wouldn't have made a challenge, but Gruden doesn't have any challenges left, so he can't make one. He wouldn't have there anyway, because they ruled it. They ruled it the fumble.
3rd and 6. Throwing and incomplete. Turning around there was Huey Whitaker, a big target at 6'5", but he couldn't connect, and it brings up 4th down. And brings on Nick Novak, who set a record in the UFL with a 54-yarder earlier.
4th down, and Nick Novak is on.
Offensive coordinator, head coach, Gruden. You think he wasn't upset because he didn't score a touchdown? You know, coordinators and head coaches do not like field goals.
24-yarder here. A chip shot for Novak. It all started with this. Odell Thurman with the defensive hit of the night, forcing the fumble, and it led to 3.
Better run to Men's Warehouse. Suits are on sale, including designer brands and big and tall. Buy one and get a second suit for just $100. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
HDNet Sunday Concerts brings the biggest events in music right to your living room, featuring legendary performances from artists like
Jack Johnson.
Sometimes time doesn't heal.
HDNet Sunday Concerts. It's just like you were there.
Hey guys, Cara Zavaleta here, your host of HDNet's original series Get Out, part of HDNet's Guys Night In.
If you want it, come get it. Come get it.
So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Every Thursday and Saturday night, we offer the craziest and most hilarious programming you will ever see on television.
We love the competition, we love sweat, we love the party.
Everything from gorgeous bathing beauties to some of the most hilarious stories from around the world.
What's wrong? Why are you grabbing your butt?
Mom, if you're watching this, please don't get upset.
Come on.
And let's not forget, the night ends with unrated programming that is hot, hot, and oh so hot, baby.
There's a double rainbow.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's a double rainbow.
High five up here.
Yeah, she's a delicious lady.
It's time to do it.
So join me, Cara Zavaleta, every Thursday and Saturday night on HDNet's Guys Night In. Sure to be one hell of a good time.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, where the Tuskers have a 20-17 lead late in the 3rd quarter. They're happy to have the lead, but unhappy it wasn't a touchdown. Head coach Jay Gruden appears to be unhappy with Huey Whitaker after a 3rd down play that ended in a punt. He wasn't in where he was supposed to be, and it didn't appear Huey Whitaker was where he was supposed to be on that fade pattern into the end zone. But the Tuskers have the lead with just over a quarter and a bit to play.
Thanks, Paul. Novak tees it up.
I like that, a quarter and a bit.
Michael Ray Gavin. A bit. Shaving a haircut. 2:52 to go. We came out with just a few bits last night after a night on the town, didn't we? Here comes Garvin. And Garvin has not had many chances to run it back. And Dacus, Weston Dacus, the 1st-round draft pick of the Tuskers out of Arkansas, makes the hit.
And you know, that's how you make football teams. If you're on the border and you've got some pretty good linebackers in front of you, you make it on special teams.
They went with, in the draft this year, first UFL draft, with everybody there, the 5 teams. Dacus went number 1, a linebacker, and Arnold Harrison, another linebacker, was the 2nd pick.
All right, we got a whole new set here.
Yeah, look at this. This is something you're not going to see every day. Rattay flips it out to Perry. And Perry goes for about 2 yards, and Paul, that gives you something to talk about.
Well, what they do is they take the whole offensive line other than the center, and they take them to the left-hand side of the field, and they bring 3 wide receivers back to the right-hand side. So what they're doing is they're spreading it defense, thinking, well, you know, you take a look at why not have a running play?
And here they go. Again, that's a screen. It is read perfectly by Moore. Moore was there at about the same time that Bergen caught the ball.
You know what you really get sometimes? It's almost like a screen pass. And you know what's happening? On that play there, Langston Moore just went through everybody because the offensive line, they were looking at the ball. Look at the guys in front of you have to block. It's almost like a screen pass. How many times do you see the offensive line, they're waiting and looking back at the ball to see if the guy catches it? Same thing just happened there. Nobody blocked Langston Moore.
3rd and 10 at the 29. Back to conventional measures and still not resulting. The ball to Bergen, it's not loose.
Timbertain's pass is caught by number 87, Adam
Hill
Bergen.
falls on it.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Locos.
They called this
and that was a fumble, and alertly, Hakeem Hill fell on it. And given some of the things we've seen tonight, I say jump on anything that hits the ground, regardless if you catch it with, you know, your knee on the ground, 2 legs, whatever, jump on it.
Okay, here's the play out here to Bergen, and watch. Does he catch it? Well,
it's close. Schlegel's right there. It's bang, bang.
Well,
no fumble now, we've been told. The ball is called dead right there.
Okay.
Because he is down, his knee is down. Irregardless, it's now 4th and 8 at the 31. And they will have to kick it away. Danny Bogger steps in. He's had a couple nice kicks tonight. Kaysen stands back. Bogger a little short on this one, but gets a good bounce. It comes right to Kaysen. He tries to make something go of it, and he gets about 3 yards before being brought down.
And at the end of that play, I just saw Darius Vanette, number 24, the corner, the right corner for Florida, limp off the field.
How active has Kaysen been? This was the worst running game. For everything else Florida did well last year, they couldn't run the ball. Averaged just a little over 3 yards per carry. Kaysen exceeding that tonight. And then Dominic Rhodes with a touchdown catch and a touchdown run. And you see the rushing attack of Florida tonight. It may not be eye-popping, but it's an improvement. And certainly that helps Bollinger even more put up the passing numbers he's accustomed to. 1st and 10 at the 34. Bollinger unloading. He wants it all, and incomplete. Throwing in double coverage for Maurice Price. And C.J. Wallace in there on the coverage.
I'll tell you what, Bollinger will stay in that pocket to throw the ball. Look at him, he's loosening up. Watch at the end of this play. Bollinger just sits and sits and sits, and bam! I mean, he gets nailed.
Isaiah Trufant.
You know, I love the courage, man. I'll tell you what, he has taken some hits. Now you're looking.
That's Wallace and Dada in coverage back there, and it's now 2nd and 10. Back to action and getting it and getting spun around and thrown down is Dominic Rhodes. Maybe a couple of yards on that. Sape making the tackle.
I'll tell you, there's a guy right there, Gruden, that is not very happy with his offense. Because he's told us on the way in at halftime he's going to light it up, get that offense out there and let them light it up. They're still playing like it's a preseason game.
They may have some more concerns now, huh? 25 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tuskers leading it by 3, 3rd and 12 at their own 32. Bollinger again, throw it deep sideline. He has his man. It's complete and the race is on. There goes Russell, touchdown. And a flag thrown back in the vicinity of the line of scrimmage. We'll see if it holds.
That's offside defense.
But there's the speed of Calvin Russell, that 4.3 speed that Coach Gruden said, if he can keep giving us that 4.3 speed, he is going to be so valuable.
I'm going to tell you what, you watch how fast he passes the corner. Watch this. This is unbelievable. He is going, that's Dada out there. Watch this. Look how, he's gone. He's gone. He got us. Where? I can't catch him. That's 4.3 plus. I mean, you really don't know when a guy's moving that fast. They're hard to time, you know.
68 yards for a touchdown. Bollinger to Calvin Russell. Novak tacks on the PAT. And it's now Florida with a 10-point lead, 27-17. Calvin Russell, out of 400 that tried out in June, he's the one that impressed them the most. And this is why.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, and the pass is absolutely perfect. Look at this, the lead. Dada has no chance whatsoever. When that ball came down and hit Russell's hands, he had touchdown.
He was a track star at Tuskegee. Few people can catch up with him. We think Paul Crane has.
Just slip behind the secondary and watch that ball. What was it like going into your hands?
Oh, man, it's nothing like it. When you get by the DB like that, and I know can nobody, run with me. I got the speed, see the ball there, just got to go track it, make sure you catch it. It hit my head on the goalpost.
Take us back to the tryout in late June in Atlanta when you were just trying to get noticed by somebody to be here now. What was that journey like?
It was a wild journey because actually went back to school to finish up school. So I didn't think, that anybody was going to give me another shot for football because I took a year off. But went to the workout, tested well. It was like 1,000 people out there. So I was thinking in the back of my head, I won't get a shot with all these people out here. Went out there, ran well, like you just saw me do. And Coach called me in and got my opportunity again.
You're off and flying. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kenny?
Thanks, Paul. What a performance by Calvin. Michael Ray Garvin looking for some room and fights off one tackle. Now comes back the other way. Staying active, but finally being brought down. And making the tackle is James Devlin, the backup fullback. And that is the end of the third quarter.
James Devlin made the hit before.
15 minutes to go in regulation. There have been turnovers, there have been big plays. They're the two best in the league, and Florida leads it by 10.
Better run to Men's Warehouse. Suits are on sale, including designer brands and big and tall. Buy one and get a second suit for just $100. You're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it.
Fresh. Bathing beauty.
He knows just how to capture the moment. The beaches here, incredibly beautiful.
Beautiful. Amazing backdrops.
If I could describe it, I would say heaven on earth.
Heaven on earth. Natural.
I just enjoy life.
Enjoy life. New and different. Bikini Destinations. A fresh new season starts October 7th at 10 p.m. Eastern only on HDNet.
And this event is crazy, huh?
It's the best time ever.
I recommend this party.
Why not, baby? Let's start dancing. It felt so nice. I loved it.
And just, ease up in there.
Everything for a customer. Huh?
How does it feel?
It feels a little awkward.
I'm officially the hottest girl in America. Thank you, HDNet.
I like to get drunk.
Goodbye.
You gotta get it.
There will be drunk people everywhere.
Cheers to the red, white, and blue. I haven't had my legs this far open since college.
I was just having fun with friends.
I want to see myself on HDNet.
She's just 6.
It was fantastic.
You better run to Men's Warehouse. Suits are on sale, including designer brands and big and tall. Buy one and get a second suit for just $100. You're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it.
The United Football League on HDNet is presented by Wilson, by Custom Bites, the only off-the-shelf true custom-fit mouthguard. And not too far from that famous Vegas Strip, here we are at Sam Boyd Stadium, beginning the fourth quarter. The reigning champ Locos, Tim Rattay making his first start for them, and they're down by 10 points. Marcel Shipp will carry. Made by Bollinger hitting Russell, and we were just talking, we heard Paul Crane interview the young guy down there who played at Tuskegee, where he was an outstanding track star. What a surprise witnessing that speed.
I mean, but you just think about what that young man said. I mean, he went to a tryout camp. There were 1,000 people there. I mean, just to even get looked at. He took a year off of football. I mean, yeah, you saw him, you knew he had speed, he was a track guy. But then Gruden looks at him, calls him in and said, hey, young man, we can use you. That's great.
2nd and 8, they stay with Shipp on the ground. He goes forward and gets the first down. Schlegel making the stop. Marcel Shipp moving to the B-man this year. He was 4th overall in the UFL in rushing last year. D.D. Dorsey was with the Detroit Lions until recently being released. Nothing official yet from the Vegas camp, but it would not be a surprise to most people if D.D. Dorsey winds back up here in Las Vegas, where he was one of the top 2 rushers in the league last year. 1st and 10 at the 29. Play action. Rattay throwing it. He has his man wide open in Bergen. Rattay and Bergen hooking up once again. J.R. Reed finally brings him down.
J.R. Reed is hurt. Down on the ground, but Bergen is one of those guys. They've been throwing the ball for 3 quarters to him in little short passes, 6 yards, 7 yards, little short dinks and dunks. Now they got him going across the middle, and he gets a little bit deep, and the pass was perfect.
28 yards on that.
Here it comes. You just see the play fake, and then Bergen, look at how wide open he is. He got behind the linebackers. They just never had a chance to get to him, and that was Milton, number 55, who was probably on Bergen when he came off the line of scrimmage.
As they still work on J.R. Reed, we talked about a former South Florida star who was a graduate assistant there with the Bulls program last year and then got back into football this year. You know, one of the many good stories. There's a story kind of as compelling as the guy as walking on to the team. You know, he comes back after a year off and was thinking about getting into coaching, but still wanted to play.
Oh.
Yeah, 6'4", 267-pound Bergen ramming into the 5'11", 200-pound Reed. They're still working on him. We'll take a break and be back live to Las Vegas.
Greetings, America. If you wear UFL gear, you'll never look this good. Most of us will never look this good. But if you wear UFL gear, you're gonna look good.
UFL jerseys, caps, tees, and more are available now. Go to buyufl.com. The United Football League. If you like great football, you'll love the UFL.
Building a tradition.
The only way to win is to have that team chemistry.
There's nothing going to be given to you. You got to work for everything.
A winning attitude.
I'll do anything it takes to win.
Laying it on the line.
Coach really believes in what I can do. I just got to go out there and do it.
It's all out or get off the field.
It don't matter how you play one week. You got to play like that every week.
The UFL on HDNet, Hartford and Omaha. Coverage begins live Friday night, 7:30 Eastern, only on HDNet.
Why am I yelling at you with a hammer? It's because I just tapped the cask. That's good cask ale. If you like beer, if you like drinking, let's talk about sex. Oh, God. If you like America, join me as I tour the nation with one goal in mind. Let's make it an easier world to drink in. Watch my show, right, Steve? Right. Drinking Made Easy. Premiering Wednesday, October 6th on HDNet.
And J.R. Reed assisted to the sideline. He's behind Antoine Burton. Well, you get behind Antoine Burton, he weighs 308 pounds. It's kind of hard to see him. There's Reed, number 32, being worked on. shaken up a bit, making that tackle. Back to action, 1st and 10 at the 43 for Las Vegas. They're down by 10. Rattay throwing, hitting on a crossing pattern to Tab Perry. Perry gets to the 21-yard line before being ridden down. Nice play. Simeon Castile standing in there and finally bringing him down. And we talked about Perry earlier. You were, Paul. When are they going to get him the ball? And there it goes for 22 yards.
Yeah, he only had one catch for 8 yards in this game so far, but Tab Perry is a 6'3" guy, and he's got outstanding speed. And they're just throwing underneath the defense. Their defense is dropping way, way too deep.
This is an important drive, 1st and 10 at the 21. He's throwing for it. Oh, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Castile.
You know, this was a play. When you look at Castile, Castile is just man-to-man on the outside looking back at the quarterback. He never really looked at the receiver. His concentration was back on Rattay at the quarterback. Now watch it. Look at Castile. He's looking back at the quarterback, back at the quarterback. He doesn't care where the receiver is. He's seeing the ball. He saw the ball from the time it left Tim Rattay's hands till it went into his hands.
Simeon Castile out of Alabama making a huge play. And the momentum, you can feel it leaving the building right now with 12:20 to go. Down by 10. Vegas had a great drive going.
Wasn't it an outstanding interception, though? I mean, just watching the ball, never really looked at the receiver.
Tremendous play by Castile. They'll go on the ground to Kaysen. He'll go over the left side and get a couple of yards. He's had a huge night, and this is debut in the backfield. Made some nice catches and been steady on the ground, getting the 3-4 yards in clips that they were hoping that they would be able to get from him and Dominic Rhodes.
Yeah, he just has to stay healthy because he is, of all three of the guys that they have, he is the better back with better hands than any of them. Dominic Rhodes, even though he has 2 touchdowns in this game, Kaysen has had an outstanding game, I think.
And there's a whistle. And let's go down to Paul now. His flag on the play. Let's see.
76 offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Moves Florida back 5 yards. And let's go down now to Paul, who's standing by with the guy that made the big play.
All right, here was Simeon Castile. Take us through the play that had the ball end up in your hands in the end zone.
We were in man-to-man backside. You know, I just decided to press Bell. And we hurt, I mean, from the film, you know, when we press, show the press look, I like to convert the fades. So, you know, I just want to praise God for giving me the opportunity to play in this league. Come out here with guys we've been working with for, you know, about a month now.
Defense number 24.
Man, I'm just happy to get the pick and help my team out.
Well, congratulations. It's helping out a lot. Roll Tide, I guess.
Roll Tide, baby.
All right, Kenny.
All right, thanks, Paul. And we should remind everyone once again, Simeon, yes, played at the University of Alabama. Here is Wally Dada, called for pass interference on Huey Whitaker.
Wally Dada is, I mean, this guy has been all over the field.
That's a 5'10" Dada on the 6'5" Whitaker. Not good. Bryce. Another one of those talented, Paul, we talked about the running backs. You know, they made some changes, including Tate Biddle, who's one of the top receivers in the league. He's now on Sacramento, no longer with Florida, but Florida had Calvin Russell. We've seen him haul in a touchdown. They picked up Hankton in a draft. They've got Price and Whitaker among the young players there. As you see, Jamal Lewis shaken up on the play, and now they're looking at him. But there's some talented receivers as well in a deep group to go along with all the newcomers in the backfield for Florida.
That's why you just have to believe that Florida is got to be the better team in the league because of the addition of Rhodes and Kaysen. Just take a look at here.
And there's Price. And
Jamal Lewis has got us down.
There's Lewis, the one down. We'll have more when we come back to Las Vegas.
Sure, we pick up the zone blitz. Weak side, linebacker. Who's got him?
Who's got the Sam linebacker when he comes?
We got to pick this up now. Here we go. Flank right. F flag.
Yeah, boy. Get him. Get him.
The United Football League. If you like great football, you'll love the UFL.
Head to Japan for one of the world's elite organizations. First, Sakuraba takes on Jason Mayhem Miller. Then, top 10 light heavyweight Gegard Mousasi sets his sights on becoming the next champion. And Joachim Hansen looks for a return to glory. Plus, top 5 lightweight Shinya Aoki, all on the network with more MMA events than any other channel. Dream 16. Live late night Friday at 11 p.m. Pacific on HDNet, your home for MMA. This October, HDNet Fights is the place to be for live MMA. First, it's the world's most feared strikers, K1 World GP 2010 Final 16. Then, the search for a new champion continues, K1 World Max 2010 70 kilogram Final 16. Plus, only one will stand victorious, Sengoku Raiden Championship 15. HDNet Fights, every Friday in October on HDNet, your home for MMA.
Welcome back to the UFL on HDNet.
Under 10 minutes to go, under 11 minutes to go here at Las Vegas. Jim Fossil on the left. The veteran guided the Giants to a surprising Super Bowl appearance, won a championship, and Jay Gruden making his head coaching debut outdoors. We were kidding him about it. Had success as a player and a coach in the Arena Football League. And there you see Avian Kaysen carrying the ball, and Gruden, a terrific athlete in his own right. We got this word from Florida as well. They've relayed to us that J.R. Reed twisted an ankle. He's having it retaped and probably will be back. Talking about the safety for the Tuskers as we approach now 3rd and 6, ball at the 35 of Florida. Clock showing 10:05 to go here in this 4th quarter. Bollinger complete. And a first down, and that's to Huey Whitaker, that tall target, and that time he connects.
I just like what Whitaker just did. It was all hands. He didn't fight the ball. The ball was thrown high enough. Whitaker at 6'5", just went up in his hands and caught the ball. I mean, most players catch it with their hands, but watch it. He didn't let it near his body. But watch his hands up in the air. Nice catch. Keeps it away from the defender. First down.
Dada earlier, pass interference against Whitaker. Whitaker, who played at South Florida, he played arena football for the championship team in Seattle this year. Was late joining the club. On the ground, here's Dominic Rhodes. And Brandon Moore makes the stop.
Dominic Rhodes out to the 49.
Dominic Rhodes is well rested. I don't even think he played in the 3rd quarter, did he?
5-yard gain on the play.
I don't believe he did.
Down and 5 yards to go.
He picks up 5 there. 2nd and 5, the ball out just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line of the Tuskers. And that clock is down now to 9 minutes to go in this game. Las Vegas blowing a huge chance to score when Simeon Castillo came up with the interception in the end zone. And on the ground again, they will go with Rhodes, who will get it across midfield, and that clock continues to tick down.
Dominic Rhodes is stacked up after gain of 2.
Hartwell making the stop.
Here come all the big receivers again. This team, when you got to remember again, there's no preseason games. They've been just kind of scrimmaging halfway with each other down there in Florida, and now they're getting into a rhythm. And you take a look at this team. They get into a situation like this where it's 3rd down and 4. Their whole offense is wide open because of the fact that they have Kaysen and Rhodes.
Florida 8 for 13 on 3rd downs. Rolling out, Bollinger throwing, and it's broken up. intended for Price. Trey Young there to knock it away.
I'll tell you what, this is one when Bollinger looks at this, you don't want your quarterback running, but if Bollinger looks at this thing in the films on tomorrow, he's going to see, man, I could have walked for a first down instead of throwing it.
Earlier in this game, he turned in a nice run of about 18 yards to pick up the first down. Brian Hernandez steps back and waits the kick of Ken Parrish. He's going to let this go into the end zone, and so Las Vegas, how many more drives will they get? 7:51 to go in the game. They're down 10. They'll start at their own 20.
English prisoners, time is short. All men will work. This is only just.
Two men on opposite sides.
Since you refuse to abide by the laws of the civilized world, we must consider ourselves absolved from our duty to obey you.
Become allies with a common objective.
Can you finish the bridge in time?
Frankly, the consensus of opinion is that it's impossible.
Winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, David Lean.
But it's against the rules. Do not speak to me of rules. This is war.
Voted one of the greatest films of all time.
Don't you see, it's a matter of principle. If we give in now, there'll be no end to it.
Variety called it an artistic triumph.
What we're doing could be construed as collaboration with the enemy.
You're defeated, but you have no shame. You are stubborn, but have no pride. I hate the British.
The Bridge on the River Kwai. Monday at 9 on HDNet.
This is my town!
I did not think I could see you again so soon.
Tonight's been so out of control, huh? Line me up.
Don't deny me this.
Come with me. We can have everything we've ever wanted.
Just punch it, man. Just punch it. Go!
I know something that most don't.
What do you know? Just pack the gear and get out of here.
Being so comfortable, I hate to leave.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. Kenny Rice, Paul McGuire, Ron Kruk, and Paul Crane on the sideline. And 7:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. Opening game of this season for both teams, a rematch of the championship game, and the reigning champs Las Vegas down 10, starting at their own 20. Play action, Rattay, throwing complete to Tab Perry.
And we got a late flag on the play. Back in the backfield.
Personal foul unnecessary roughness, 74 on the defense. 15-yard yard to the end of the line. That's the first down.
That's going against Langston Moore, and that is big after the 17-yard pass, tack on 15.
Langston Moore, you notice every time they have a major penalty, they take the guy off the field.
Gruden wasting no time. This has gone from being at their own 20. It's now at the 48-yard line of Florida. And not killing off much clock. Rattay back, throwing, complete again, down to the 32-yard line. Andre Thurman making the catch.
No, this is just way too easy. All you have, Florida, is a 10-point lead. Now watch Thurman come out. Look at, he just drops in. They just let him go across. They're playing a zone. And the safeties are way, way, way back. That's Jerome Carter, number 23. He was in the picture after Thurman fell down.
18 on it, 1st and 10 at the 31. Rattay steps up, does a little flip, and a nice little catch for the first down, and that's to the fullback, and Davis comes up to make the hit on Bobby Rome. Rome with a touchdown catch earlier tonight. And there's a nice little snag there to bring this one in, Paul.
Well, this is heads-up play by Rattay also. Look at him. He knows he's going to get hammered, but he gets the ball. He does get hammered. He gets the ball to Rome, and then Rome gets hammered. Watch here. Bang.
1st and 10 at the 20. Rattay. Can he keep that rhythm? That one's incomplete, and a flag is thrown. And in all likelihood, it'll be interference on Odell Thurman.
Yeah, Odell Thurman got there a little bit.
Interference, 52 on the defense. First down at the spot of the foul.
You know, you saw taking a hit there was Rattay, and as we talked to Jim Fossil yesterday, one of the things he pointed out was telling Rattay he needs to lift weights, bulk up a little more, because he's going to be in there getting hit, not like being backup and just doing some role playing in the practice.
He did get some hits.
And he has gotten some hits, so he took the advice of a real good offensive guy in Jim Fossil because he predicted it well. First and 10 at the 16. Rattay swings it out to Bergen again, and Odell Thurman will force him out.
Another flag in the backfield. Personal pass.
91 to the defense, throw to the helmet, half the distance to the goal, first down.
That's on Powell.
That's his second one of the night. Boy, they're not happy. The blow to the helmet. All right. Rattay, well, we don't see it there, but I understand what they're doing. When you're calling these plays, personal fouls against the quarterback, you're not allowed to, actually not allowed to tackle anybody, hit anybody in the head anyway. And then you go whacking the quarterback.
Well, all the mistakes now adding up. A personal foul, a roughing the passer, a pass interference, and some good plays in between. And now it's first and goal at the 5. A huge drive going for Las Vegas. On the ground, Hakeem Hill. He is stacked up and pushed back. 5.5 minutes to go in the game.
That was Boykin, number 68, making the play right in the center of the field. The only problem with that play is that they've been throwing the ball and getting it down the field, and the penalties have stopped the clock. But you're running now, and you've got to save as much clock as you can. You're down 10 points, and you only have 2 timeouts remaining in this game.
And remember, they drove close, and Rattay was intercepted in the end zone. Second and goal at the 7. Fade in the corner, going for Bergen, and too much in front of him. Davis was there on the coverage.
Davis, that was outstanding coverage with Davis. Davis never let Bergen get away from him. Watch at the bottom of the screen. Look at Davis. He's on Bergen. Bergen has to wait and wait and wait before he makes the move. He's trying to take Davis into the end zone so he can break to the outside. Davis never let go.
It's third and goal at the 7. You figure if they don't get this, they take the field goal, but would naturally like to get that touchdown on the board. Rattay over the middle, and it's almost intercepted by Jerome Carter. Carter heads up. Good defensive plays from the Florida secondary when they needed it.
Oh, Carter, all he did was watch Rattay's eyes because he makes a move on this ball. Look at Carter. He is looking directly in the backfield. He doesn't realize and doesn't know about the receiver being over there because he's not watching him. He's watching Rattay.
Intended for Thurman, broken up by Carter, and now a 25-yard attempt by Parker Douglas. And it's there. They pull within a touchdown. 27-20. 4:51 to go.
Better run to Men's Warehouse. Suits are on sale, including designer brands and big and tall. Buy one and get a second suit for just $100. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
It's an HDNet Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere.
Hello, Nashville, and good evening. Make some noise.
Foreigner.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. Ooh, yeah. You know you want it. Hot blooded, checking the sea. Got a fever of 103. Come on, baby.
It's an HDNet Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere. Foreigner, Can't Slow Down. Rockin' at the Ryman. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern.
You better run to Men's Warehouse. Suits are on sale, including designer brands and big and tall. Buy one and get a second suit for just $100. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
And back in Las Vegas, 4:49 to go in this game. Florida leads 27-20 over Las Vegas. The speedster Calvin Russell has already hauled in a 68-yard touchdown pass. He waits to receive the kick from Parker Douglas. And a special hello to all of you watching back in the Eastern time zone from here in Las Vegas. 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:10.
I'd be up.
It's a good game between the two best in the UFL. Standing back, Russell takes it right at the goal line. 20 flag is thrown as he gets to around the 24 before being brought down by Wally Donna. And yet another flag here.
Flag day.
It is. It's like buy one, get one free. That block is going to go against the Tuskers. And Jay Gruden, this is his debut as a head coach in the UFL. Great success as a player and a coach, winning championships in the Arena Football League.
Well, on the far left of it, there's a mass of guys in there, but there was just holding all over the place.
So here comes Brooks Bollinger with 4:42 to go and his team up by 7. Next week for Florida, they play at Sacramento. Vegas will have a bye in week 2. And then they'll meet up again in just a couple of weeks. Bollinger throws it out, has his completion. And coming over to make a nice hit there is C.J. Wallace as he goes for the first time to the fullback, J.D. Runnels, who is one of those guys who was in a battle and secured a starting spot.
Well, here's Runnels now. Here's a guy that you haven't called his name all night long. And what do? You're in the hole. You just come back out and throw it to someone that nobody covers because he came out of that backfield and there was nobody there.
16 yards on that ball. And
this game is really important to both of these teams. Every game is, but they play each other twice in 3 weeks. And that basically the two best teams that I think right now, the two best teams are going to be done playing each other after the 3rd week.
Movement on the left side of the line for Florida, resulting in yet another penalty flag. Now, we talked about this year they play 8 regular season games instead of 6, with the addition of Omaha, 5 teams in the league.
First and 15.
First and 15 to 23. Earlier today, Hartford opened their season, the Hartford Colonials, with an impressive win over Sacramento. Play action Bollinger. And again, you got a guy now that's hot. Runnels, he's made 2 catches. We hadn't heard of this guy all day. And he's come up with 2 big catches here.
Well, the problem is Brandon Moore is a linebacker, and he's got to cover him coming out of the backfield. You've got a linebacker on a running back. And Runnels, this guy is 5'11", 240 pounds. Put a knot on your neck.
You think that leg could kick in a door or 2?
Oh, yeah.
Kick a mule?
Yeah, let's give him a bucket of water.
Bollinger brings it to the line, 2nd and 9 at the 29. That clock ticking down to 3:48. Bollinger is brought down under pressure, and he is sacked by the sack master over there. Brandon Moore had one last year, and he just brings it all on this.
Boy, Brandon Moore, now you got to look at the line of scrimmage. He's lined up as a blitzer, and nobody turned out to block him. The tight end released. Brandon Moore was free. The tackle didn't kick out to block him. That tackle being won, so they just let him run free.
Moore and Owasso and Henderson last year all recording sacks, and Moore's looked really impressive tonight, hasn't he, out of this group of linebackers on 3rd and 15. Swings it to Kaysen. And he is brought down after picking up just a little bit, and it's Brandon Moore once again. We talked about Hartwell. Lehman has been out of this game since returning that interception for a touchdown. He's got some problems with his ribs, but Ezra Butler and Brandon Moore, big games tonight.
And that's the very first screen we've seen from either team tonight. And we haven't even seen a draw play.
So this is big with 2:44 to go. Bogger will kick it away. Hernandez backing up. This is a beauty. Takes it around the 21. Looking for some room to the 29, and he steps out of bounds.
Guess what? No flag.
Nice job by David Irons to avoid a late hit.
Paul, you're a little early.
Just as you say that, it's like it dropped from the sky, like it came from Area 51. Just as you said that, here comes the flag.
Oh. Legal man downfield. You want him to kick it over again?
That's going to be the question.
He also wants him to kick it again.
Yeah.
Go kick it again. The only problem with that thing, though, is it takes off about 8 or 9 seconds off the clock.
They have 2 timeouts to go, plus the 2-minute warning. 2:31 to go here in this game. And Las Vegas down 7. This has turned into a great rivalry. We heard...
Too many players on the field on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. We'll replay 4th down.
So he's going for field position here. He's going to sacrifice a few seconds.
Yeah.
You know, these are the equivalent, obviously, in still the formative years of the United Football League, but they've become the Packers and the Bears, considering last year there were only 4 teams playing only 6 regular season games. This is the 4th meeting all time between these 2 teams, and it has been a good one. Bogger standing back around the 2 to kick it away. Hernandez around his own 35.
Well, he hit another good one.
Best punter in the league, drives it back to the 28, but a good run here by Hernandez. Hernandez to the 40. There's a flag as he's brought down at the 32-yard line. Another flag there. We'll see how it's going as Taylor was able to bring down Hernandez, and you saw the frustration, perhaps. I think that was a shrug and a raise of the hand.
43 on the return team. Illegal block in the back. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Hernandez was correct. You just knew that's what it had to be, right? It's 98% of the time it's going to be the block in the back in those cases, isn't it?
Yeah, and I can assure you they're going to look. You just take a look. Look at the top of your screen to the right. Is that a block in the back? I would hope so. They always told you, though. I was on special teams for 11 years, a century, 5 centuries ago. But, you know, they always said, if you see the guy's name, don't hit it. Don't hit it.
2:16 to go in this game. 2-minute warning will be coming up. Rattay can't unload. He'll take the sack. And Patrick Chukwuera, who was among the leaders last year, was tied for the lead with 3 sacks, picks up his first of this year. 2-minute warning. Vegas, do they have the kind of drive to tie it up?
Hi, I'm looking to save money on my car insurance. How do I know if I'm getting a good deal?
You should talk to the specialist.
The specialist?
He compares rates side by side. You could save hundreds. It's easy.
Great.
Okay, Pickles. Do your thing.
Oh, that's amazing.
I trained him myself.
I meant the... Okay.
Same coverage, more savings. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Hey guys, Cara Zavaleta here, your host of HDNet's original series Get Out, part of HDNet's Guys Night In.
If you want it, come get it. Come get it.
So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Every Thursday and Saturday night, we offer the craziest and most hilarious programming you will ever see on television.
We love the competition. We love sweat. We love the party.
Everything from gorgeous bathing beauties to some of the most hilarious stories from around the world.
What's wrong?
Why are you grabbing your butt?
Mom, if you're watching this, please don't get upset.
Come on.
And let's not forget, the night ends with unrated programming that is hot, hot, and oh so hot, baby.
There's a double rainbow.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's a double rainbow.
High five up here.
Yeah, she's a delicious lady.
It's time to do it.
So join me, Kara Zavaleta, every Thursday and Saturday night on HDNet's Guys Night In. Sure to be one hell of a good time.
It's always interesting when these teams meet, and we expect a lot of interest when two new teams meet here on HDNet Friday night coverage starting at 7:30. The Hartford Colonials going to the Omaha Nighthawks, the debut for the Nighthawks in the UFL. We look forward to that game, 7:30 pregame kickoff at 8 o'clock. 2 minutes to go. Rattay throws it, intercepts it, and that is good night as Odell Thurman picks it off.
Boy, has he had a night, Odell Thurman. I mean, he's in the right spot all the time. Rattay just, I mean, he has time to throw this ball. He just threw it right in, overthrew his man and threw it right into the hands of Odell Thurman.
He was looking for Andre Thurman. He found the other guy.
Yeah, wrong Thurman.
Wrong Thurman.
I tell you, these officials tonight, every one of them is going to have to go out and buy a new hanky because they wore these babies out tonight. Or at least they're going to have to get them washed.
A minute 54 to go. Florida 27-20. They were down 10-0 in the first quarter, came back with 17 points to take the lead at half, and then they've been able to answer all the challenges here and establish themselves with a terrific running game, a versatile running game now with Kaysen and Rhodes, and that was Kaysen on that carry. Hartwell making the tackle. And Vegas will use a timeout, and that leaves them with one.
You know, we talked about this with the coaching staff, and one of the first things that they say to us when we sat down with Coach Gruden and Coach Fossil, you know, it's the first game of the year for us. We haven't had any preseason games. Avoid the turnovers. Protect the football. They did not do that very well tonight. You know, it just, and it's hard to get a rhythm when you really haven't had a chance to scrimmage anybody. You have no preseason games. It's not an excuse. It's just a fact that these guys, you know, they got to get in tempo. And I can assure you that Coach Gruden is, even though his offense has functioned pretty well at times, he's not happy at all with what they've done.
Brooks Bollinger, 2nd and 8 at the 27. Fumble, he falls on it. And given some of the turnovers we've seen tonight, you figure Jay's looking pretty. He's looking pretty calm and cool over there, isn't he?
30-second timeout.
He's like a duck on water. You ever see a duck on water? A duck on water looks so calm and serene, but underneath those little feet are going 100 miles an hour.
That's right.
That's what his insides are going.
Underwater camera.
Come on, man. We're only up 7, and anything can happen. The quarterback just dropped the ball. I'm telling you, I don't think he's that calm.
What a big night for Odell Thurman. We're talking about him, Paul, the captain of this team. He's forced a fumble that led to a score and then made that interception, which we would guess is going to seal this deal unless there's somehow another freak turnover made here by Florida with no timeouts remaining here for Las Vegas now, 1:45 to go in this game.
Well, the Locos are out of timeouts.
On the ground, Kaysen. Our clock keeps ticking down now.
All right, Coach, you going to kick a field goal?
What are you going to do?
He's going to kick a field goal.
Especially when you've got a guy like Nick Novak, who set a UFL record earlier tonight with a 54-yard field goal. This one from 42.
Even if it's not made, they will get the ball. Las Vegas will get the ball at the 31-yard line, so that's not so bad with no timeouts. So
Ken Parrish, the punter, is the holder. Low snap. He does a good job getting it up, but that one is no good.
That kick
It was
blocked.
tipped. It was low to start with. It looked that way, at least. Paul Parrish did a nice job fielding it.
Yeah, the snap was never held by Parrish. I mean, he didn't catch the ball, and that's his most important job. His job is
C.J.
to
Wallace? I think he might have gotten a hand on it. But like you say, okay, now Vegas has it. No timeouts, 54 ticks to go. Ball at their own 31. Rattay throws it, caught by Thurman. They won't let him get out of bounds because Steele, who had a huge interception in the end zone, keeps him in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking. 40 seconds to go. Rattay pumps, throws, and that stops the clock with 31 seconds to go, and will bring up a third down. Been a rough debut here for Rattay as a starter in the UFL. First time he's been a starter since 2006 with Tampa Bay in the NFL.
And I can assure you he will be in that tub getting some treatment when this one's over, because tomorrow he's going to wake up awfully sore. They banged him around pretty good tonight.
Third down at the 32 of the Locos. Rattay firing, incomplete. Going for Tad Perry, and who else? Odell Thurman there with him. Thurman having a huge night. And it comes down to this. Fourth down at their own 32, 26 seconds to go here in the game.
See, the thing, you know, you look at it and it's after the fact, but it's really true. You have like 48 seconds or so, and you have no timeouts. You know, you've got to throw the ball down the field, hoping that you're going to get a pass interference penalty.
4th and 9. Fires it over the middle, complete, trying to get the first down, and he slips as he tried to make his move, Thurman, and he's going to come up short of the first down. Or is he?
He's short.
Yeah, he's going to miss about a couple of yards, looks like. He jumped up quickly. The team trying to get something out there to try to get their offensive unit on. Instead, it's time to shake hands and say we'll meet you in 2 more weeks, because that's what's going to happen here. As the defending champs have a tough start at home. Jim Fossil talking with Tim Rattay. 18 seconds to go, and time to come out and take a knee and get a shower and get on that plane and get ready to come back out west next week for Florida before they go home in a couple of weeks to open their season there.
Well, if I were the officials, I wouldn't go by Fossil and shake hands. I'm just going to kind of head for my own locker room and get out of here.
2 guys with great offensive minds. There's Jay Gruden, and his debut in the United Football League as a head coach, was the offensive coordinator last year. And Jim Fossil meeting to shake hands. A lot of respect for each other, a lot of respect for these teams. They still look at one another as those teams to beat. You talk about those, the Locos, the Tuskers always come up.
And I think that, you know, both of these coaches have to really think about it. They can't think about the game that they're going to have 2 weeks from now. They got to take their next game. Now, Las Vegas, they have a bye, I think, is coming up.
Bye, yes.
So they have a bye, so they have the time to get some of these guys that got hurt tonight healthy.
Paul's down there now, standing by with Jay. Paul.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Coach Gruden, your team climbing out of a 10-0 hole here in Las Vegas, where you guys have already had so many big battles in such a short period of time. What does it say about your team tonight?
Well, you know, we're happy with the victory. Anytime you get a victory on the road, we're happy, but there's way too many sloppy plays in this game, penalties, turnovers. We got a long way to go, but I'm happy with our first win performance. But the turnovers and penalties, we will go nowhere if we continue to do that.
Well, I know you're an offensive coach, but how about a word on your defense and Odell Thurman in particular? He turned Andre Thurman into a Pez dispenser when he separated him from his helmet and forced a fumble. Then he had the big interception later. What about his game and the game of your defense?
Odell's one of the best linebackers in football, period. I don't care what league he's in, and he showed it tonight. He can hit you, he can cover, he can run. He's just a big playmaker, and we're happy as heck to have him. We'll keep him here as long as nobody else wants him. So defense played great. Coach Brez had a great game plan, and offensively, we're just sloppy. We're just not good enough on offense right now, but we're going to get a lot better.
One in the books.
Hey,
Congratulations.
that's all that matters. Thank you.
All right. Kenny?
All right, thank you, Paul. One in the books indeed, and a big win here. Trying to set that tone early. They come onto the field, and the team that won the championship last year was able to do that by capitalizing on turnovers, and this was a game where turnovers played a huge part for both teams, and coming away with the win is Florida. Big road win to start things off, and it's been a very active sideline for Paul Crane tonight. Paul.
Thank you very much. Here with Brooks Bollinger, and I know we talked before the game. You hoped that we would talk often during the game. After's okay after a game like this. How long did it take you to get things going here tonight?
We'll take it, you know. I mean, we felt good on the first drive. Moved right down, and then we stalled in the red zone and missed a field goal, and kind of deflating, coming away with no points after a good drive. And it was typical first game, you know, a lot of ups and downs and dumb mistakes on my part. Missed a few throws that I'd like to have back, but you just didn't want to get a win. I think we stuck together as a team, and we just kind of found a way to grind it out and get a W.
One of the most memorable throws of the night, that 68-yard touchdown pass to Calvin Russell, who arrived here after getting noticed at a tryout camp. What's it like to have that 4.3 speed on the edge?
He can move now. I mean, I don't know where he was or where he came from or how he slipped through the cracks, but I'm glad he's on our side, and he's a great football player, and he's going to do some special things this year.
Congratulations. Good luck down the road.
Thank you.
The reigning MVP with one in the books. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Paul. I think this one's maybe a little more special, don't you? I know it's a win. There's still 7 more regular season games, but it's a win over Las Vegas for Florida.
Yeah, it gets that bad taste out of your mouth of what happened about 10 months ago. And you just, you know, like Bollinger, I told you before, I guarantee you Coach Gruden isn't going to be that happy with what he saw tonight. You know, there have been some bad plays, and even Bollinger has, you know, he really has enough smarts to say, you know what, I didn't play that very well, but we still won it.
27-20. We'll be back to wrap it up when we come back to Las Vegas. You're watching the UFL on HDNet.
My favorite. This stuff is good.
Breaking open the crust, it was like a treasure.
I think it's kind of the zest to it. Have you tried this? I love them. This is really good.
That's good.
This is the real deal. This is the stuff that we eat.
I absolutely love Crunch and Munch.
My whole family loves Hebrew National. I love Peter Pan.
I absolutely
They love it.
My sons love it. I love.
My kids love it.
Oh, I love it.
My family loves it. I love it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's an HDNet Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere.
Hello, Nashville, and good evening. Make some noise.
Foreigner.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. Ooh, yeah. You know you want it. Hot-blooded, checking the scene. Got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, do you do all the dance? I'm hot-blooded, I'm hot-blooded. Jukebox hero, stars in his eyes. Jukebox hero.
It's an HDNet Sunday Concerts exclusive premiere. Foreigner, Can't Slow Down. Rockin' at the Ryman. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern.
The United Football League on HDNet is presented by Men's Warehouse, the official men's retail clothing store of the United Football League. Men's Warehouse, you're going to like the way you look. By AOL Fan House. For more information on the United Football League, go to fanhouse.com. By Progressive Insurance, making it easy to shop for car insurance. And welcome back to Las Vegas as we wrap up this first week of the United Football League here on HDNet. Paul, a good start. Great start, actually. 10-0. Everything was looking pretty good for Las Vegas. Tim Rattay making his first start in a while, and they were clicking, and then it turns around with turnovers as these things can go, plus a good, solid running game to get things going for Florida.
I think that's the most important thing. And one thing that Florida came out of this game with that they found is Kaysen. They've got a running back now that they can depend on, that he's going to pick up the 4 and 5 yards every time he's going to touch the ball. They've got Dominic Rhodes as a backup guy. He gets 2 touchdowns. I just think that there was a time in this game when the officials kind of took it away from the team. I mean, there were just so many mistakes being made, so many penalties that were done. Players that I mean, you really don't see that many in a year. When guys are roughing the quarterback, that must have been called 5 or 6 times tonight. It just on both sides. There were just too many terrible mistakes made. I don't know if there's anything. Is there anything like a good mistake? No, terrible mistakes made in this ballgame. But I just think that they'll take the good things and really not discuss them that much. But they're going to have a whole big old film on all the bad plays that both of these teams have made, and that's what these guys are going to see.
Well, and of course, Jay Gruden had to like what he saw tonight. Not just a running game, but also some good receivers, some good young receivers. And that's what he was talking about with, the guy like Russell who makes it on a tryout, Calvin Russell. He had a huge game, made a 68-yard touchdown catch. And then there's old veterans like, I guess as opposed to young veterans, right?
Yeah, young veterans.
It gets late here. When it gets this late for all of us. But anyway, Odell Thurman, huge hit. Forced a fumble, then made a crucial interception late in the game. Simeon Castile made a great interception in the end zone. Great interception for Florida that stopped what was a momentum-building drive that you won that could have gotten Vegas right back in the game.
The thing, the nice thing about it when you talk about Russell, and you can't just say enough about this guy, he makes the one big play, but that one big play is a touchdown. And the nice thing about it is that yesterday we sat down with Coach Gruden, and Coach Gruden says, I can't wait to see this guy on the field. He said he will burn up the grass. I mean, this guy can fly. And we saw him. He just ran right by the corner. The corner had no chance.
And he beat a very good secondary.
Oh, yes, he did.
This is a good secondary. Okay, so maybe banged up a little bit, the defending champs. They get a bye week. Meanwhile, impressive road win for Florida. They're back at it next week at Sacramento. Oh, this is fun. Let's do about 9 more of these this year.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for being with us. This has been a presentation of HD Nets. Our executive producer, the one and only Daryl Ewald. Hank Lena, our director and producer. Chris Taylor, the pregame producer. Remote engineering, the birthday boy Dan Neighbors, Jeff Carmen and Andy Miranda. Technical director Todd Gordon, our graphics Mike Hytham and Ruben. Josh Harper, Doug Deems, the one and only Lonnie Thomas. Bill Brennan, Jarrett Reichel, they all make it possible. Tune in next week, Omaha and Hartford on HDNet. For Paul Crane, Ron Kruk, and Paul McGuire, I'm Kenny Rice. Good night from Las Vegas.
This stuff is good.
Breaking open the crust, it was like a treasure.
I think it's kind of the zest to it. Have you tried this?
I love them. This is really good.
That's good.
This is the real deal. This is the stuff that we eat.
I absolutely love Crunch and Munch.
My whole family loves Hebrew National. I love Peter Pan.
I absolutely
They love it.
My sons love it. I love.
My kids love it.
Oh, I love it.
My family loves it.
I love it.